Keyshawn, J. Will, and Zubin starts next at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio, ESPN News.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Of course, we have everything you need for that big brake job. Right now, you can save 15% when you buy any Duralast brake pads and any 2 Duralast rotors. It's a great way to save while you take on the full job. Oh, and one tip. Go for a nice, easy drive after you finish the job. It'll help break in your new brakes. For more tips, visit AutoZone.com/DIY. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Thursday, do not miss it. The NBA Commissioner Adam Silver joins me on the one-year anniversary of the night that sports stopped to talk about the role he played in it and much, much more. That's with me, Greeny, starting 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN Radio and ESPN+.
Yo, Pablo Torre here, host of the ESPN Daily Podcast. When you want to go beyond your feed, when you want to get inside the score, when you want to get behind the highlight, there's ESPN Daily. Go deeper into the stories of the moment. Get the exclusive access and insider perspective that only ESPN can give you. ESPN Daily, hosted by me, Pablo Torre. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
The journey to the tourney continues. The 2021 Phillips 66 Big 12 Championship. Coverage of the semifinals begin today at 6 Eastern on ESPN Radio.
Are you satisfied being in the second fastest lane in traffic? Are you happy with the second lowest price when searching for gas? Do you prefer the second best bracket game? You might be tournament challenged. Luckily, there's ESPN Tournament Challenge, the #1 bracket game. Just sign up on ESPN.com/bracket. See, it's easy. Always listen to Jay Billis, the #1 expert. Presented by Allstate, Acura, and McDonald's.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. Did you ever hear a commercial on the radio and wonder what would it be like if it were my business? What would that sound like on the air? Well, look, 97.5 The Fanatic is offering area business owners the chance to experience how their company would be portrayed in a radio commercial. Produced for you by our experienced creative team. This is amazing, and you're going to love it. All you have to do is go to 975thefanatic.com, click on the free radio commercial banner, and tell us about your company. We'll take the info, we'll tell your story. Let 97.5 The Fanatic demonstrate the fun, flexibility, and the power of radio advertising. Get started right now at 975thefanatic.com.
Hey, it's John Kincade for the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Live in-game betting. It is amazing. You know, thousands of my listeners have already joined me. We're loving the Parks Sportsbook app. And here's an incredible offer to get you in on the action. New customers, make your first bet risk-free up to $500. Because no one does live in-game betting better than the Parks Sportsbook app. It's the official sportsbook app partner of the real Philly sports fan and the only sportsbook that's based right here in the Delaware Valley. I'm talking college hoops heading into March, pro hoops, hockey, golf. Get in on the action right now. And the in-game betting, it's spectacular. It's like you're living a fantasy sports existence, and you can do it every night from your couch. You'll love all the player props and game prop bets on the Parks Sportsbook app. They've got it all. Live in-game betting, parlays, props, teasers, and more. So bet on individual player performances in hoops and hockey, like points, rebounds, goals, assists. You bet online with the name you trust. Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Download the app or go to parkscasino.com/PA. Use promo code FANATIC. You got to be 21 or older in Pennsylvania. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The The show starts now.
Oh, it's a special day. It is the 11th of March. It is the, what? I'm trying to look at the coach's number on it. It's the 49th edition of the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. And it is the first day that I've come to work in a golf shirt. This was the most inspiring thing. What is strange, though, is that all the Northerners that have been here for the last 25 years when I was gone in Albuquerque are all wearing long sleeves or jackets over stuff. I thought you guys would all join me in the celebration today.
I'll celebrate when I get home.
You'll wait.
I got the golf shirt on just under this very easily ditchable hoodie.
T-shirt.
I always do the T-shirt under the golf shirt.
Okay, we'll get into that.
For most.
By the way, I have people sending me emails now because you need to publish your list of the things. Poor Tyler got just roasted yesterday.
Yeah,
Tyler Zulli got roasted.
He brought it on
yesterday.
himself.
We will get into a lot of this. I'm just so excited today. Now, a pair of dress slacks and shoes, but to wear a golf shirt to work. And it is the 97.5 The Fanatic golf shirt. Just
That's good. You've been here for 49 shows and you got one of them. Jamie and I have been here for years.
Really?
You have one of them, Jamie?
You don't have one?
Maybe somewhere.
You have to have one somewhere.
Maybe.
That is terrible.
Big maybe.
All right, as we get the show started today, Bradford White Water Heaters brings you the 6 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show. Bradford White is here for the Pro. And let's begin it like this. Joel Embiid, now officially, as we talked about the Sixers' odds to win the championship being 6th and a distant 6th, Joel Embiid is now taken over as the odds-on favorite. Every single Vegas casino now lists Joel Embiid as the favorite to win the NBA MVP. I know that if the Parks Casino Sportsbook app, these kind of things, you can see it now. Joel Embiid, the leader to be the MVP. And I know Bob and many others are like, look, I care about team accomplishments. I'm not, it's great. If he wins he goes and wins the MVP, that's awesome. And I agree with that assessment. But I did a little research and just wanted to give you an opportunity to just stew on something here. Joel will be just 27 coming up next week. In fact, his birthday is coming up on the 16th. So he'll be 27 years old. When players ascend in the NBA to be a top 3 MVP candidate, so they end up top 3 in the voting of the MVP, and they're 27 years old, they tend to stick around. So I asked a friend of mine at Elias, I said, so somebody's 27 and they're in the NBA's top 3 MVP candidates. How often do they tend to stick around? Here's some great news. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Like we're talking about like this is the beginning of a window for Joel Embiid of exceptional play that should have this entire city really, really excited. Once players ascend to that MVP tier, they usually appear near the top of the ballot for years to come. So this is just the beginning, not the end. It's the start of something really exciting. But we have to find a way to put the fear of injury aside and start to embrace expectations of a run. Winning a title would be an amazing surprise for the Sixers this year. But having an MVP might launch Joel Embiid to an entirely different level that carries them to an era of success that honestly the Sixers have never had. And that's where we'll begin the 6 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan. The coach, Eric Camille, will join us soon. Connor is checking your phone calls at 610-632-0975. And Mike is handling the television duties on YouTube and also on twitch.tv. So I thankfully, one of my nerd buddies at Elias gives me the numbers that I said a guy appearing 26 or 27 in the MVP balloting in the NBA top 3 in the last years. They tend to be there like the next 5 years after. That to me is really exciting.
It's great work by you.
Well, I didn't do it. He did it. So
and does everybody at Elias just get the label nerd?
Oh, he is a nerd.
Yeah, because we had a guy that I used to work with who's all very much into Elias numbers and all. And we labeled him nerd
I would
also.
say this guy is. I will only tell you because he doesn't want the notoriety. Would be he is the best looking nerd. Like he's a nerd.
So you put yourself behind him, huh?
Oh, dude, he. See, I've got a very taut, bulbous ass. Dude, I'm Shrek compared to this guy. But he's nerd boy. He'd be like,
how about that?
He'd be probably good for like one of those videos where like the guy takes off the glasses and does all the.
He's the swordsman of the nerds.
Yeah, right.
I don't think he is. That's the strange thing.
It's a great thought that you came up. I'm serious about this because it coincides with. I think I brought it up the other day, maybe. I don't know if it was on the air or not, that talking to people, I'll never forget, it struck me when, I think it was Brett Brown said it, that big men, they did a study, much like an analytical study, of big men in the league really don't seem to hit their prime and start their prime game until they're about 27 years old. And then we went down to
San Antonio. Like a 5 or 6 year window.
Yes, and then we went down to San Antonio, and I talked to a couple of people there about it, Timmy Duncan and all, and they all said the same thing. Yes, we've always been geared at that, and if you look back, like I looked at Hakeem Olajuwon numbers last night, although he was great from the beginning, at 27 is really where he hit that kind of, all right, here's a go time of 5 or 6, 7 years that he was just phenomenal. Shaq.
Same thing.
Who else did I love? Timmy Duncan. I mean, it's amazing. This is where these big guys really hit their stride. I don't know. You know, with Joel Embiid, there can be a lot of factors, and maybe you throw Hakeem in there. But, these guys have incredible growth spurts. These guys, obviously being as big as they are, it takes some getting used to being that big. I'm convinced of this, and I've talked to a lot of people about it. And you finally, I think when you hit that, a lot of these guys don't stop growing until they're about 21, 22, 23. Then you find your body for 2 or 3 years, and then boom, here's 26, here's 27. I really think that's part of Joel Embiid's too. He's had a growth spurt since he's been with the Sixers. So I think getting used to your body when you're that big, it happens probably when you're about 26, 27 years old.
If I go just by my emails and social media mentions and everything, Jamie, it seems as if I'm constantly being told, but you don't understand. We've lived through the Joel Embiid injury era, and you're here for the Joel Embiid. And I'm like, well, first off, I was a Sixers fan the whole time. So I'm not like being surprised by something. But they're like, we lived with it every day. The fear of Joel Embiid being hurt, the fear of when would Joel Embiid be ready. So there's this anxiety about we got to take advantage of now.
Sure.
How much do you think that plays into your thinking about going for it?
A ton. Unfortunately, Bob will back me up. I've always said, the prime of Joel Embiid, you kind of unfortunately have to plan for maybe like a, 4 to 8 year window. And I think you're in year 3 or 4 right now of that. And yeah, it's constantly on my mind. I mean, he's a 7'2", nearly 300-pound man with a foot, a knee, and a back.
Do you think it's on Morey's mind?
I think he would not be doing his job properly if it wasn't on his mind to a small degree. I really do.
Because I wonder if we're going to get a cheat code at the trade deadline.
They're going to
think about what his concern level is of.
Yeah, it's a great question. I'd love to inject him with some truth serum and find out. They're definitely going to address this team via trade or buyout or whatever. They need other help, especially with how Brooklyn is gearing up here. We'll see what happens, but I would have to think it's on his mind a little bit.
Oh, it's absolutely one of the subheads on Joel Embiid's resume. There's no question about it. It might be high up. First will be 2020, 2021 MVP season. That'll be the first thing, accomplishments. And then there'll be an asterisk, and a subhead will be injury history. And it's going to be high up there. Like, look, you look at anybody, you look at a resume of anybody, I don't care what the job is, the positives are all there, but in something like the NBA, the negatives have to be there also. And the negatives with Joel Embiid are the injury history.
Pat, do you run a team, though, or make decisions for a team based on what you hope doesn't happen?
You shouldn't, but when you have the most important player who's already missed the first 2 years of his career and then came back and then missed, I think he played Bob, you can correct me, like 35 games until he went out with another injury. I mean, there's a reason why every time he falls, we're holding our breath. I mean, name another player that when they fall, just a normal fall, you go, oh, God.
Yeah, it's rare.
It's Joel
It's
Embiid.
rare.
That's
okay,
it.
so you're the GM, and I'll ask every one of you, and I'll go you, and then Jamie, then Bob. So you're the GM. You feel a slight desperation to make sure that this is a real good run at it in 2021.
Yeah, I don't know how much. I wouldn't use the word desperation. I mean, they're the number one seed, so they should be making some sort of run. But yeah, it's in the back of my mind of, okay, is the shoe to drop with Joel Embiid?
Supplement it now.
I think it's the next 3 years while this core is intact. You have to take your shots.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this year, though.
Well, this year's kind of wide open. I mean, Brooklyn, we'll see. You know, offensively, they terrify me.
Did you see and I don't want to say good news, but did you, because it's not, I don't ever like to do that because I think it's bad juju.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the news on Kevin Durant? That he has to go see now a specialist.
Yeah,
about his...
him and Anthony Davis being kind of banged up and having this nagging injury.
That could change everything.
Totally. If Anthony Davis is out, it's literally wide open for the taking. So if I'm Daryl Morey, I'm sitting there going, yeah, all right. And Elton. All right, yeah, we got a good shot at this. Let's make a move.
Yeah, look, the Sixers, whether we believe it or not, they're not in very much of a different position than New Jersey, because New Jersey has 3 stars signed for the next 3 years. So do the Sixers. And Joel Embiid actually isn't signed for that 3rd year. So what do? You get pieces that will fit them. It's much like Golden State in the past, and we'll talk about this later. They did a great thing by getting Andre Iguodala. They got some pieces. You have your core, I think, every year to go in, John, and I agree with you not to ruin the future, but I think there's ways to do it without ruining the future. You got to get some pieces that may be able to put you past the Nets right now.
You guys won me. I mean, you guys won me over on the idea that I think you proved to me that Daryl Morey, that losing like a Tyrese Maxey or losing first-round draft picks in the back of the first round, that you guys proved it to me the other day that Daryl Morey has shown he doesn't really care about those picks that much. Like he doesn't put a premium. The value that I'm thinking in my head on number one picks, it doesn't seem like Daryl Morey puts the same.
Well, if you're Daryl, you're looking at this the same way we're kind of discussing this. All right, well, Toby, Joe, and Ben are together for the next 3 years. Is a 27th pick in the draft going to help me in the next 3 years? Probably not. Is Tyrese Maxey going to help me in the next 2 or 3 years when it comes to playoffs? Maybe, probably not. So, like, those are the conversations I'm sure him and Elton are having. Like, all right, how can we maximize this 3-year window?
Want to remind you that tomorrow is our watch party on YouTube. So if you've never checked out the YouTube channel before, do it, because you'll have a chance to win the Invicta watch. The Philadelphia Eagles Invicta watch tomorrow morning. John Kincade Show, you get one guess at it. You get one guess at the time that I will set the watch to, and I will close the box. And then at 9:45 or so, we will open the box live on YouTube, and we will find out the person that is
What's
closest,
in the box?
that is closest to the time. Hey,
You lose. Good day, sir.
Yes, it's not the golden ticket. Hey, and by the way, there was some whining going on yesterday that I really need to talk to Mopar and his crew and the morning crew about. Mopar and the crew. There was some whining going on. No, wait a minute. Now they're opening the party to everybody on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, that's the idea. I said, you guys are the early adapters, and we love you for that.
Yeah, parties are more fun when you have more people.
They landed on Plymouth Rock.
But everybody's invited to the YouTube channel, 97.5 The Fanatic. John
What are you
Kincade
saying,
Show.
Mopar?
Come on, Mo. Come on, Mo. Hey, this update's brought to you by the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. You can download it at parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. In Cooney's Corner, maybe the expectations were a little too high.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Was that for the Sixers or somebody else, Bob?
No, I'm going to go to the orange and black here now. And I'm not saying this. Look, this is hindsight. I will thoroughly admit it. It's hindsight.
Is it?
And, well, I didn't think of it before the season, and I only looked it up now because they're 13-7-3, and they're not in a playoff spot right now. You know, they're struggling to climb a little bit, 29 points. But our expectations were what they were, and we talked about it and debated about it before the season started, what's your expectation? Stanley Cup, would you be disappointed, or is it Eastern Conference Finals, whatever it may be, or Conference Finals, whatever it may be. So I started to do a little research on it, and yes, you have the veterans on this team, and we know who they are. With the Claude Giroux, with the Jake Voracek, all those guys, Kevin Hayes. You have a really good smattering of veterans on this team.
Smattering's a good word.
Smattering, yes. So I started to look.
word.
Yeah. So I started to wonder, and this isn't a telltale on AV or anything like that, but I started to wonder if the young guys are progressing in a good way. So I just kind of wrote some of them down, and I put it in there in the plus category, they're in the middle of the road category, or they're in the minus category. So I have a list of like 8 names of guys that are under 20. It's around the 24 and under age, and there's a couple that are a little older. So Shane Gostisbehere, surprisingly, is 27 already.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's the guy that's on my minus list. Like, there was expectations for him.
Sure.
He's just not meeting them. He's really not there. All right, so I'll ask you, plus or middle? Plus guys like, yeah, their upside is good, or, well, middle of the road, we still have to see. Oscar Lindblom.
Plus.
I mean, I would think plus, but still haven't seen.
Well, with
plus, yeah.
being plus.
Yeah, I had him middle of the road. We just don't, because we don't know yet.
I was going to say, not a big enough sample.
So he's 24. Nolan Patrick.
Oh, plus.
Plus.
So I go middle of the road because we just don't know yet. He missed all last season.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
I'm still saying
okay.
I'd feel really good.
He's
about
22. Sanheim.
Middle.
Yeah, middle at 24. Abe Kubel, your favorite player, Jamie. Nick Abe Kubel.
Abe Kubel.
Middle.
Yeah, I think
right?
middle.
Middle, 24. Joel Farabee.
Plus.
Yeah,
absolutely.
plus.
Only
Absolutely.
20 years old.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Right. Scotty Lawton is 26, but only a few years
Plus.
in the league.
Plus,
right?
No, I don't go plus.
All right, I'll go plus. All right, so here's the 2 big ones. Ivan Provorov at 24.
Flat.
He's kind of flattened.
Flat to.
So you're putting him at middle.
Yeah, I'm putting him in middle. Absolutely.
I think overall a plus, but currently a middle.
No, I put him in the middle.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
I think I'm with you
because he's big
bound himself to middle.
Yeah.
Although he's on the ice so much.
I think he's middle. I guess with this, I expect a lot more than I've seen.
Yeah.
So the last one is a 22-year-old who we've talked about quite a bit, Carter Hart.
I mean, you got to have him in the middle right now, right?
Based on last year, I'd have him as an up, and this year I'd have him as a down. So I'll put him in the middle.
So there's guys in the middle that there's only a couple of pluses. Farabee and Lawton, and Lawton's 26 years old. So of most of the guys 24 and under, almost all of them, we have them in the middle. Are they progressing the way we thought they should, or are we rushing it too much?
Is that fair, Pat? Are those? I mean,
yeah.
Would you have anybody that you disagreed with?
Not really. I mean, it hasn't been a good season for the younger group, I can't really put my finger on it either. I mean, TK has taken a giant step backwards, and to me, that's probably the biggest what has happened. I mean, other than Carter Hart, obviously, it's Travis Konechny going from all-star to a guy who's getting his butt parked on the bench.
Did you leave your boy off that list on purpose?
I did leave the boy off the list, and it wasn't on purpose, but I have to check.
He's 24.
He is 24. I don't know how I left him off the list.
Yeah, I just thought you were trying to protect him.
No, normally I would because
you put him in the middle, right?
I love him. He's another guy.
Middle,
my God,
right?
he's my prime example.
You have to.
Middle.
He went from plus to middle. So this is my concern.
I think you've had guys go from plus to middle this year.
More.
Right. And so
that's not good.
That's my. Should we have seen it? Should we have said, well, wait, you got a bunch of 22, 23, 24-year-olds. They're not as great as we think. You got to give them time to get better. Or is it a case that they're not progressing is my concern.
I got to tell you, I thought that though I said the goal should be to get to the next level, get to the Final Four. I said it to you guys from the beginning. I think the Flyers people were overhyping a lot of things about them. I had an angry email from Trevor that you sent to me.
Thank
you. I answered him.
Okay.
I answered Trevor. Trevor's like, why do you keep having to mention that Carter Hart's struggling? Why do you keep having to harp on it and dwell on it? And I said, look, Trevor, I'll read you what I answered him. I sent him an email. I said, I want to answer your email. Thanks for listening. Secondly, nothing I've said about Carter Hart is unfair critique. It's not my job to be a cheerleader. When he had a great game the other night, I celebrated it. and I said I hoped he turned a corner. He obviously hasn't. You're a fan and obviously a loyal one, and that's great. But as I've said over and over, I think he'll snap out of this. But the fact is, he has killed his team this year.
Yeah.
He's one of the three. He is having as bad a year as Carson Wentz had for the Eagles this year.
Sure.
He's killing his team.
Yeah.
He's one of the worst. He is one of the three worst goalies in the entire NHL.
To the expectation thing, I don't think it was unfair because you ended up so hot last year. You had all this youth. You had the veteran. It was a good mix of youth and veteran.
Sure.
You thought these guys that we were just talking about, the Provorovs and Harts, were going to take that even next step. And they've taken the step back, and that's kind of
That's scary.
It's killing you, but I don't think the expectations were unfair.
Hey, speeding puts you, your passengers, and others on the road at risk. So slow down and save a life. Be safe, PA. You get more at penndot.gov/safety, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars, and we appreciate that. So be careful on the roadways out there. One thing I've noticed, I guess it's just because I'm driving on, my entire ride is mostly on smaller roads and everything. I'm not seeing a bunch of speeding here.
Really?
No.
Oh, man, Lincoln Drive was like Fast and the Furious this morning.
Really? I don't see, honestly,
I was speeding, and people were blowing by me.
How much traffic do you see coming in?
I don't, well, first off, I see nothing because I literally am on just back roads,
Yeah.
the whole
okay.
night. But
Yeah.
when I've even been out on, I've been on 95, I've been on the Blue Route.
Oh, man.
I've been on the,
I was doing 73 the other day
telling
and
you,
getting blown by, and I was like, am I old now?
I'm telling you, this is like minor league as far as speeders compared to Albuquerque, where I moved from.
John's calling for reckless driving.
It was it's just I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing it. I'm used to seeing getting blown off the road at 70.
I drive faster in warmer weather, so maybe that's something.
Do you really?
Yes.
Why? You're apprehensive about hitting ice or something?
Yeah, he gets Bruce real loud. He gets the windows down. He gets the heavy foot.
Windows down, I drive faster.
Oh, love windows.
Windows down, I drive faster.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's something about it.
Yeah.
There's something about the fresh air and the invigoration. So we'll have plenty of that. We appreciate you being a part of the John Kincade Show. We hope you will all morning long. The commissioner of the NBA owes us something, and we plan to connect and collect. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. We just talked about windows being down. How about your windows being down, keeping the cold air out in the wintertime, keeping the hot air out in the summertime? Well, my friends at Window Nation want to help you be able to do that. Right now, they've got the most spectacular deal for you. You get 2 free windows for every 2 that you buy. Plus, you make no down payment, no payments, and pay no interest for 2 full years. This is a great time to do it. Look, at the end of winter, you may be getting conned into saying, oh, okay, the cold weather's gone. Kincaid's wearing a golf shirt today. It's not going to be bad. I can do the windows next year. You don't want to pass up this great deal. And with over 1 million windows installed and A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau, you've got to be a customer of Window Nation. And taking care of this great deal right now would help you in the summertime, too, saving on your air conditioning cost and keeping your home cool and comfortable. 2 free windows for every 2 you buy. Plus, what was that? No, they should care. They should. Make no down payment, make no payments, and pay no interest for 2 full years. Save thousands and beat the rush with it right now. Get in Window Nation. 866-90-NATION. WindowNation.com.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited I can't stand it.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Man turns the corner, dominate, and hammers it in.
Sixers Bulls tonight at 8 on your home for 76ers basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by Corona, official partner of the 76ers.
What are real people saying about Skechers Arch Fit footwear? Joe from Hilton Head says, excellent product. I need arch support, and these shoes have it. Joe, Skechers Arch Fit don't just have arch support, they have podiatrist-certified arch support that was developed with over 20 years of data. These shoes are great for virtually everybody. Next, Pete from New York writes, great for walking. I stand a lot of work and the Arch Fit keeps me comfortable. My feet don't feel tired at the end of the day. Okay, Pete gets it. He's walking, working, just living in Skechers Arch Fit. And since Arch Fit is the ultimate solution for all-day comfort, his feet still feel good after a long, long day. Now let's hear what Retired for Life in Florida has to say. Bought these for use as everyday wear shoes. The arch support is amazing. All right? Look, she's getting the support she needs, and she's also sneaky smart wearing these every day because Skechers Arch Fit are machine washable, so you can keep them looking great no matter how much you wear them. She's a genius. Feel for yourself what everybody's raving about. Find podiatrist-certified Skechers Arch Fit at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
The Berlin Farmers Market is home to more than 75 local businesses and restaurants throughout the year. And on the Berlin Farmers Market Community Day on Saturday, March 20th from 11 to 5, it will also be home to the Berlin Police and Fire Departments, Berlin Emergency Services, Central Jersey Equipment, John Deere, Art by Alicia, and a beer garden sponsored by Alligators Pub. There'll be giveaways and great deals, too. For hours, info, directions, and more, visit BerlinFarmersMarket.com.
Dear smart shoppers, ready, set, go. Get a great deal on a new Toyota. Get a complimentary first month's lease payment on a new 2021 Highlander or Highlander Hybrid with $309 a month due for 35 months thereafter with $39.99 due at signing plus taxes and fees. Save now, Toyota.
Security deposit waived on approved credit from Toyota Financial Services for Tier 1 Plus or Tier 3 customers only. Complimentary first month's payment up to $600. Customer responsible for any amount of first month's payment in excess of $600. Call 1-800-79-TOYOTA for details about costs and terms. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end 3/31/21.
These days, it's okay to do some things halfway, like wearing your pajama bottoms on a work call. But managing your prescriptions shouldn't be one of them. That's why CVS has a proprietary search tool to find ways that may help lower your prescription costs, and will deliver them for free. No wonder CVS customers are better than most at staying on prescriptions, which tends to make you healthier. Come in or call today and get a free prescription savings review at CVS. Savings vary. Not all patients eligible for savings. Delivery restrictions apply. Visit cvs.com for details.
2 chocolate chip muffins coming in. Thank you.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Hey, can someone get that?
Like at Claire's Cafe. To satisfy demand for takeout, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
If I'm not commuting anymore, where do I really want to live?
While you handle life's questions, Merrill Guided Investing helps you manage your portfolio and invest for your next move with the option to work with an advisor at a low cost and minimum. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/investing goals to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, both a registered broker-dealer and investment advisor, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry with 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Making popcorn for movie night?
Whoa, who are you?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless. What if every time you tried a new streaming service, you had to buy a new TV?
That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, some wireless companies do that when you switch. Make you buy a new phone.
Right.
But TracFone Wireless lets you keep your phone and your number and your network, and gives you unlimited talk and text starting at $20 a month.
Seriously, who are you?
This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control. Oh, you're burning it.
Oh, no.
See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
Heard the good news about COVID-19 vaccines? They're here, but you can do more than wait for your turn. Here's how. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. And it's risky to be indoors with them, too. And masks? Well, they protect both the person wearing them and the folks around them. Wear a mask, watch your distance, and make a big difference now.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Place your sports bets at BetRivers.com. You'll find a massive number of basketball betting options, bet point spreads, money lines, and game totals directly from your mobile device. Use one of our 12 easy deposit methods to get in on the action. And when you win, we pay fast. We pride ourselves on our quick and easy payouts. Sign up now. We'll match your first deposit up to $250. More bets, more action, more fun. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21 or over to play. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's John Kincade, and I know you love to chill out and watch your Netflix. And I also know that you love your phone and you never put down your phone. That's why you need to be a T-Mobile customer. And if you're 55 and up, have I got a plan for you? It's called Magenta Unlimited 55, and it includes Netflix for free. And it also includes 2 lines of unlimited data for just $70 a month. So get this, it's $70 a month, not $70 plus fees. It's $70 a month, flat, 2 lines, unlimited data, and they're throwing in Netflix every single month. So, you've got the total connectivity of being a T-Mobile customer. You're always on your phone. You need your phone. And with T-Mobile's network, you're constantly going to have great reception wherever you are. And if you're 55 and up, all you have to do is visit T-Mobile.com/55, and you can get in on the Magenta plan. It's awesome. Magenta Unlimited 55. 2 lines of unlimited data, $70 a month flat. And they're throwing in Netflix. Tell them John Kincade sent you in. This is with AutoPay. Sales tax and regulatory fees are included in the rate plan price, keeping it steady. It's unlimited on T-Mobile's network. Customers using over 100 gigs a month may notice reduced speeds during congestion due to data prioritization. Video typically 480p. Receive Netflix standard with 2 lines.
Hello? We just made your listening experience easier. 97.5 The Fanatic is now on radio.com. Radio.com. Check it out now. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I can't wait to finally see what my new coworkers look like once we get these masks off. I'm expecting to be disappointed.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Hey, someone sent me an email about that, too. You know what Bob looks like. You know what Jamie looks like. I see it every day. You see them every day. Wait till I see my coworkers with their masks off. There's a lot of other coworkers around this place.
Yeah.
Really?
And there are people that I have not seen that I don't even know what they look like, hardly. Everybody's got these masks on.
God,
like
people complain about anything.
It's like one of these, man. Oh, you should say. The Carter Hart stuff, though, really shocks me. People are up in their feelings. I mean, really up in their feelings.
Yeah.
My gosh, you said Carter Wentz. Like, it's just, are you trying to kill the kid's confidence? I'm like, yeah, Carter Hart's losing confidence because of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about this? If Carter Hart is losing confidence because of me,
that's a bigger problem.
We're screwed anyway.
Yeah.
We're screwed anyway. If anything I would ever have to say would bother him, first of all, if he would even be paying attention to me, because people that love me don't pay attention to me, let alone Carter
Yes, we
Hart.
do. We pay attention.
You do. That's very sweet.
Yeah.
That is sweet.
Adorable.
By the way, gentleman asked yesterday, too, is what would be the Flyers if they did in the playoffs? Because I see some of the people here on YouTube going, yeah, the Flyers can get hot and get on a run here. Okay, remember that the playoff format will be the first 2 rounds are in your division. So if right now, let's say the Flyers are out of the playoffs. If they eke into the playoff spot, the Flyers would have a first-round series against the Islanders and a second-round series versus the Penguins or the Capitals.
Islanders are scorching hot right now.
Just to get out of the division,
yeah,
that's what you'd have to do.
I have 2 very good friends that are Islander fans, and they let me know their updated.
You like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do enjoy.
You do enjoy the byplay with the Islanders?
Yeah, I do. It makes it more fun to me.
I don't like.
I have a buddy in Boston. I have 2 in D.C. I have 2 that are Long Island guys. I have 2 Ranger, and I don't have any Pittsburgh friends.
Rangers, the fans that I can't. The
Islanders, you kind of feel sorry for a little bit.
I can't stand. I can't stand it. And the Nassau Mausoleum. When does that close?
Oh, it's been closed. Yeah, they're playing in
they're playing
Brooklyn
in Brooklyn
now.
They're playing in Brooklyn where you can't even see the ice from.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. Yeah, they did that
20% of the seats.
It's weird. They did that thing that they did out in L.A. with the Clippers where they make it like a Broadway show where all the lights in the stands are turned off and it's just on the ice. You know, I've been in the arenas where they do the different lighting and it's really odd. Like, Brooklyn is a really odd place to watch a basketball game because it is. It's like a theater.
It's like a theater.
You can't see anything in front of you. All you can see is the court. And
Wait, I think they're... Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm a Zamboner here. I think they're back at Nassau for a year or 2 while the new one's being built.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Yeah, I think they're back at the Mausoleum.
There was like a a fight with the...
Do you know, Pat?
They split time.
They split time.
All right, yeah.
Because
I knew it was something games weird. are at Nassau, and some games are in Brooklyn.
Because the Nassau Mausoleum, I can tell you, is the biggest urinal cake.
Apparently a great place to see a concert.
Urinal cake.
Really? It is a urinal cake.
Yeah.
It is. And there was the Marriott was right in the thing. So we would stay at the Marriott, and it would be in the same parking lot as the Nassau Mausoleum, right across the way.
Not many worse smells than a urinal cake.
Well, guess what? Why are you sniffing them?
Well, when you walk into a bathroom that's heavy urinal cake smell, you get like punched in the face.
What's it remind you of?
the vet.
Grade school.
Yeah.
A grade school bathroom.
Maloney's down the shore.
Yeah, I think a grade school bathroom, Grey Nun Academy.
What was the place that had, down at the Jersey Shore, one of the bars, used to have the trough?
Maloney's had a trough.
Was it Maloney's?
Yeah, in Margate. They
there was a
definitely
place that
had
had the trough. It might have been Maloney's.
My local bar over in Pennsauken growing up had the trough, yeah.
Is the
And I remember when girls would try to come in and be like, I just got to use the guys' room, and somebody would be in the stall.
Yeah,
and you'd
come
be
on
like,
in.
You can try, but it ain't going to happen.
See how good your aim is.
Yeah,
Pat,
exactly.
Does the trough intimidate you, Pat?
Bars intimidate me because, they don't let me in them.
Why? Because you're too young looking?
They immediately think it's a fake ID.
They check your ID. And
I don't get into bars a lot. I can't see over the bar to even order a Shirley Temple.
Trough, sometimes you have to be up at a certain level to.
Oh yeah, there's a place. I think it's in the Northeast where they have the trough, but they put like ice in it.
Yes. Well, that keeps the smell down.
The
too.
splatter down. Too.
And it keeps the
it's
splatter
cool.
down.
It's like a sport.
Well, one of my favorite places to go in Albuquerque, they put targets in the urinals. Tom Brady's face.
I like that.
Tom Brady's face was one that they had down there. Bill Belichick's face was one. After the 28-3 thing, because people in Albuquerque are just still stunned by that.
I would be too. That's a hard one to shake.
Oh no, they'll never get over it.
Oh man,
they will never get over it. Hey, Citadel Credit Union, they're committed to building strength together, building a better future for us all. Why don't you join CitadelCU.com? In the linchpin, Jamie Lynch is demanding retribution.
This is the linchpin.
Adam Silver owes the Sixers a reschedule. The All-Star game was his ultimate doing. It was a cash grab by the league. It was a cash grab by the TV networks to make their contracts withstanding, and the players got very little out of it. I think
the salary cap will help the players.
Well, yeah, sure.
$58 million towards their,
Yeah. But ultimately, those players don't care about the team benefiting from. So it was a total circus. And if there's no All-Star game, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons aren't getting fresh cuts before they leave, and they're not in contact with the barber that had COVID. And now the second half of the year starting, it's an arms race for the 1, 2, and 3 seed. And you're starting the second half behind the 8 ball without your 2 superstars. How hard is it to reschedule one freaking game? You owe the Sixers. I'm not even asking for 2 because Friday you get Joel back, and look, if Ben's misses that one, that's fine. I can live with that. When you're making the 2, like if LeBron and AD
they're rescheduling,
we're missing their first game out of the second half, is the game getting rescheduled?
I heard young Andrew yesterday,
maybe,
who I think should be in concussion protocol. He said Sixers fans are already claiming there's a conspiracy about it. Boston Celtics had 3 games.
They did. That's your complaint
when
there.
When they would have had 8 players.
Yep. And the Sixers were forced to play through it.
Sixers played with 7 one game.
Yeah.
Celtics had it down to 8, and the league went and canceled 3 games.
Yeah.
And rescheduled them. So you can't write off the fact that people feel that there's something.
Yeah, I don't go into the
Double
grand
standard.
conspiracy, but I do go kind of double standard a little bit here to force a team when, look, one game could decide home court or not in the Eastern Conference Finals. This is really kind of, in my opinion, screwed up by the league. I think they're dropping the ball big time by not rescheduling this game with Chicago tonight.
Okay, devil's advocate here. I understand the complaint. The best, if you're an attorney arguing this, Boston is your best example.
Sure,
I agree
absolutely.
with you there, Jamie.
3 games starts the year.
I don't think you can relate it to the All-Star game. Like they were getting their haircuts
to
go to the All-Star. Nobody came out of the All-Star game with any positive tests. Everyone's been positive. Everyone's been tested. Nobody came out positive from the All-Star game. To say like, well, they wouldn't have been getting their haircuts if they weren't going to the All-Star game.
They wouldn't have been.
Well,
how do you know that?
I don't know.
Because you got to look fresh at the All-Star game.
You can't
say it's a fashion show.
Yeah, but you don't know they wouldn't have gotten a cut.
Like they didn't get COVID because of the All-Star game. If you're going to relate the two, I mean, not get COVID.
They're most likely not.
They weren't
getting
exposed to COVID.
And the barber was being tested.
Yeah, it's not like it's the All-Star Game barber.
No, this is Adam Silver's fault, Bob.
No, I really do. But Bob's playing devil's advocate there.
Yeah, no, that's all.
A friend of a friend is a famous barber. He's Travis Kelce's barber, and a lot
Does
of
that
these.
make wait a minute? If you
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Kelce's hair, that makes you a famous barber.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big following on Instagram, and it's not just Travis Kelce. He does a lot of NFL guys.
So he's not Killer Mike.
No,
Okay, good.
but he's got a lot of NFL guys under his.
By one of my boys, by the way.
Sure.
Killer Mike from Run the Jewels?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yes.
I love Run the Jewels.
Yes.
One of my favorite groups.
Killer Mike and I have argued a million times.
So Travis Kelce would get his hair cut weekly. So I think the argument that Bob is making is an accurate one. Of if you're the NBA, you go, hold the phone. You can't equate what you did getting your hair cut because of the All-Star game. With that said, yeah, I think this is Adam Silver still holding the process against the Sixers a little bit. I think it left a bad taste in his mouth. The fact that Joel Embiid nicknamed himself the process, and he revels in that. I think if it was any other team, they might reschedule it. But because of the circumstances, they're not going to.
I think dudes who don't have hair are envious of dudes that do.
I agree with you.
So I think Adam Silver, I believe he probably is a little envious.
I think we work with two guys.
That's what it comes back to.
Something about he's like those Ds going and getting their hair cut, flaunting it in everybody's face.
Yeah. Wow.
It could be that.
They no doubt wanted to look fresh for the All-Star game.
I don't disagree with that, but you can't relate.
Sure I can.
Whereas Tom Brady and
Tom
Brady and LeBron with the plugs.
Yeah.
They just have the plug doctor probably just comes and does that. And
Joel's got that fresh line, man. He's looking sharp this year.
Joel does look sharp.
So, screw you, Adam Silver.
There you go. I'm all for it. Everyone
It's just one game. We're talking about one game here.
Yes. Hey, Cinch Propane.
One freaking game.
You can get propane grill tank home delivery. They'll bring the propane right to your doorstep. Just visit cinch.com. Pick a delivery date that's convenient for you, and they will handle the rest. Our friends at Cinch Propane. I'm all for it. Screw Adam Silver. Screw him. Screw him. Because I think it's absolutely a problem. I always laugh though that with the idea of that, like Andrew yesterday was like, oh, I hear the Sixers fans already. There's no conspiracy theory against the Sixers. It doesn't have to be a conspiracy theory.
Double standard, though.
It is a complete double standard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a complete double standard.
Now, do you think if LeBron and AD were missing the first 2 games after the All-Star break?
They would reschedule it for television or for whatever.
Do you believe that? The fact you're even thinking about it tells you there's a double standard.
I don't know. I would think the NBA would say, look, we don't want to have that on us. They would be thinking past that. Like, yeah, your obvious answer is, cancel the game. But then the onus is on them to say, well, why didn't you do this, that, and the other? So, I don't know. I think they made a mistake with the Boston thing. And I think maybe they know it.
With 3 games.
3 games.
Which was stupid.
The Sixers were playing with 7 guys.
And the Celtics could have played 2 of those 3 games with 8, one of them with 7. So I had to go back and read.
And
they could have played, and the Sixers were forced to play that Saturday afternoon game with 7 players.
And wasn't Mike Scott hurt? But
from what I understand,
it was really sick.
The Sixers got in touch with the league office all that morning saying, look, yes, we have 8 eligible, but 1 can't play due to injury. That leaves us at 7. We are petitioning not to have this game. And the NBA said, no, you're good.
Mr. Wing says, hold Kincade accountable for the Killer Mike. Killer Mike's awesome.
Yeah, he's great. I didn't know you guys had a...
Oh, yeah.
Because I know he's big Atlanta guy.
Yeah, and we could go...
Or Albuquerque, Altoona. Akron.
Please, did you just trigger people in Atlanta? Seriously, why'd you have to say
Sorry.
it? Don't say it.
Dump that, Pat.
If I'm not... Yeah, but dump it. Right. So nobody gets upset with us.
Pat thought I cursed.
Because we said it.
And he dumped it.
I saw that.
That'll be in Dirty Laundry tomorrow, by the way. We will discuss that because I'm getting a ton of references to... Why do you keep saying that? Why do you keep saying Auburn? Why do you say? So we'll get into that tomorrow.
Yeah, Killer Mike's the man.
Killer Mike is a real good dude.
Yeah.
And he did the live 200th Shackcast with us.
Oh, very cool.
Did it, and we got into a huge debate because Mike and I have very different worldviews on a lot of things.
Sure.
Especially economically.
Isn't his family big? They're police in Atlanta, right?
He's incredible.
Yeah.
Mike is a great force for good in
absolutely
and
puts on a hell of a concert.
By the way, and guess what? Talented guy, smart guy, and him and I disagree with a lot because like politically, like as far as economics.
Sure.
And we did the debate, and it was great. Spirited, back and forth.
That's cool.
And great guy.
Have you been to one of their shows?
No, I have not.
Oh, if they come to Philly and things are back open again,
no, we'll get him in.
We'll make it happen.
We can make that. No,
John Kincade shows up.
Happen.
Yeah.
John Kincade shows up to Run the Jewels show, and immediately he just starts hearing narc everywhere.
Seriously. It would be like, seriously, if I walk in. Narc! If I walk in, there's what's going on here?
Put the blunts away. The narc's here.
I'd bring Mike over to. I'd bring him over to Mary Jane Lane.
Yeah.
Bring him on right over to there to Mary Jane Lane and let him.
I mean, if you were gonna, break your no weed rule, Killer Mike would be a great guy to initiate that.
Now, Killer Mike has he has a barbershop inside State Farm Arena.
Does he really?
Right?
Yeah. So you can go to the.
So Joel and Ben could have just gotten cut at Killer Mike's.
You can go to the Hawks. You can go to the Hawks game. Well, he also has outside of State Farm, but in State Farm they got Killer Mike's.
That's
cool.
Swag
House.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
that's cool.
So you can go in and get your hair cut and still watch the game.
That's very cool.
It's like it's a cool little thing that you can do. They also have Bob would have been, if he was back on the beat. Bob would be at State Farm Arena, and he'd be up at the. They have the golf simulator. They have They have Topgolf.
Oh, do they really?
Inside the building.
Oh, that would be a problem for me.
So you can go and you can have Topgolf and still be able to watch the game too.
That's very cool.
A lot of creative things. Because, unfortunately,
you need to keep the attention of people down there.
In Albuquerque, it's different because the majority of people are not from Albuquerque.
Yeah.
So there's transplants.
It's like Phoenix, kind of.
So
a lot of transplants.
It's the place to be seen. The boots with the fur and the apple bottom jeans.
Okay, you can stop now.
Let's just say on a Friday or Saturday night Albuquerque Hawks game.
It's a fashion show.
Oh. And I mean, and the heels and the boots. And
for the 30 people that show up.
No. They do great, Bob.
Do they?
In State Farm, yeah, they do great.
They
do great.
What's the temperature down on the court, though? Is it cold?
Oh, it's guess what? It's well, also, too, they have the bar right on the court behind the one basket.
Do they really?
Yes. There's a club and a bar. So right behind, there's like 6 rows of chairs.
Huh.
And then there's a bar. So Bob would actually be on the beat. He'd walk over and he'd be standing there having a beer.
I wish.
And then the camera would hit him, and his editor would be like, "Are you working?
Bob, are you kidding me?"
Yeah.
And Bob would be saying, "I'm doing a story. I'm doing a story
on the sidebar,"
which is really, really good. So really, really good to be able to have that. A lot of people. I'm very surprised by this though, and I think this is something. That does surprise me. And I want to ask you. Pat, about it because I answered Ian's email this morning, and I gave him an email back. I'm surprised people what is the defensiveness over Carter Hart?
Have you ever seen the video of Jamie? Tell me the guy's name. I think it's Poffer, the Eagles guy.
Oh, Larry Poffer.
Yeah, Larry Poffer. Have you ever seen the video of Larry Poffer, the Eagles fan, who coming out of 2007 when Jeff Garcia was leading the team, he said, "Jeff Garcia, baby, he's our baby." And that attitude is so real with young stars in this city, where we treat them like they're our kids. And internally we go, okay, they're struggling.
Okay.
But if anybody else dares say anything bad about them.
What do you mean anybody else?
Anybody.
Well, I'm not anybody else.
I know you're not. You're John Kincade of the John Kincade Show.
Correct.
6 to 10.
Very good.
Monday through Friday. But it's like you kind of get defensive. And it's an attitude of, whoa, don't speak on that guy.
Okay, this is generational then. This is generational.
It is.
Then.
No, it is.
Because I've got to tell you, this is the new soft generation
I think it is.
of Philadelphia fan. Because that was never the case. That wasn't the case of our dads, Bob, ever. That they would be worried about the feelings of a player or defensive about that. That was not the case.
No, it's all right. Here's what it is, and being the voice of reason, as you so have ordained me.
I think you are a voice of reason.
It's too.
You can't be Jamie.
It's too extremist. So the extreme of Flyers fans and Flyers followers of, oh my God, for the first time since Ron Hextall, 35 years, the Flyers have a goalie of the future, and his junior career and his international career and all those things, and his first season with the Flyers, back that a little bit. But so they go to the extreme.
A lot of it.
A lot of it. So the extremeness is that they went to, this is the goalie of the future. Okay.
Which I warned you about.
So then you come in and you say, and I'm just talking about the differences, what you're talking about. You come in and say, oh, these people anointed him Hall of Famer, the next Bernie Perron. Well, I don't know if it was that extreme either. I think they were saying this is the goalie of the future. I'm not sure if they were saying, they don't even know who Bernie Perron is, most of them, but not sure they were saying Hall of Famer. It was, look, this is the goalie that the Flyers have anointed the goalie for the next 20 years that people say is the guy that could be here. Then to have somebody put a pin in their balloon, it's just the extremist thing. It's not like there isn't a common ground
and
here.
And the one thing is that you do not have to, to me, it's the idea that you can be very rational about it and say, I believe Carter Hart will bounce back out of this. I just don't believe Carter Hart deserved all the hype to be the anointed one. And I think that that's what happens then when you have this crappy season where you are bottom 3 goaltender in the NHL. You are bottom 3. You are not having a bad season. You are having an epically bad season. That it's like, oh, John, don't criticism. You're going to get in his head.
Now, I'll give some decent news to all the Carter Hart fans, and I do believe he's the goalie of the future of this team, and I do think he'll bounce back. In his second season with the team, I saw this tidbit somewhere. I was telling these guys earlier this morning.
Another term.
Yeah.
Smattering and tidbit.
Pelle Lindbergh, his second year with the Flyers, was sent down to the AHL.
He went to AHL.
Yeah,
he did.
And I hadn't recalled that, John. And when I saw it,
it wasn't this bad though.
And Bernie Perron, actually, the team got in touch with Bernie to talk to him, and he said it was in his head. He was really in a bad place psychologically, doubting himself. And Bernie said to him, he said, "Look, all goalies get there. The key is when you come through, it's going to be the best feeling in the world." Obviously, Bernie did that. Pelle Lindbergh did that. And the hope now is that Carter Hart can do that.
I believe Carter Hart will get there.
I do too. I do too.
But in the interim, I'm not going to blow sunshine up your skirt this morning. So just so you know, so for the fanboys, I'm not going to blow sunshine up your butt. Not going to tell you that.
Wearing sweats.
Not going to do that. He's wearing sweats. Ian's wearing sweats, so, can't do that. Can't be doing all those. Get on in with us if you wish to at 610-632-0975. You can say hello to Connor and check it on out. Let's discuss a few what-ifs when we return on the John Kincade Show, 97.5 The Fanatic. My friends at Window Nation, it's the best deal of the year, and it's the best opportunity for you right now to not get conned into thinking you've got this thing fixed. You see me in a golf shirt, you're thinking, well, the warmer weather's here. So then you're expecting it to be, okay, this is going to be great. I'm going to have warmer weather, so I don't need to worry about those windows that were drafty and cold all winter. Well, you know what you're going to be doing all summer? Wasting money. Your air conditioning is going to be running, and the cool air is going to be getting out of your house, and the hot air is going to be getting in, so you're going to be in trouble. That's why I want you to take advantage of the deal right now from Window Nation. 2 windows free for every 2 that you buy. No interest, no payments until 2023. So think about paying for it 2 years from now and take advantage of this great, great offer. Here's how you do it. Do a little window shopping right online at windownation.com. That's where you can check out all the different styles and varieties and see what's good for you. 2 free for every 2 you buy. No interest, no payments until 2023. Do it today. Call 866-90-NATION and tell them Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
I know that most people find his calm leadership to be a gentle, soothing beacon at a time of great social chaos.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. Did you ever hear a commercial on the radio and wonder, what would it be like if it were my business? What would that sound like on the air? Well, look, 97.5 The Fanatic is offering area business owners the chance to experience how their company would be portrayed in a radio commercial. Produced for you by our experienced creative team. This is amazing, and you're going to love it. All you have to do is go to 975thefanatic.com, click on the free radio commercial banner, and tell us about your company. We'll take the info, we'll tell your story. Let 97.5 The Fanatic demonstrate the fun, flexibility, and the power of radio advertising. Get started right now at 975thefanatic.com. Hey, it's Cuz. Listen, spring training isn't just for ball players. You could also get into shape before the warmer weather. Yeah, it only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds with NJ Diet. NJ Diet's contractually guaranteed program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep it all for the rest of your life. Not sure if you can do it alone? You're fully monitored by their certified staff, and you'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet's all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery. Lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in 40 days, contractually guaranteed with NJ Diet. Located close by in Princeton and Cherry Hill. You don't leave your house. NJ Diet, also available nationwide with live online video consultations. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to njdiet.com and lose the weight for good.
These days, it's okay to do some things halfway, like wearing your pajama bottoms on a work call. But managing your prescriptions shouldn't be one of them. That's why CVS has a proprietary search tool to find ways that may help lower your prescription costs, and will deliver them for free. No wonder CVS customers are better than most at staying on prescriptions, which tends to make you healthier. Come in or call today and get a free prescription savings review at CVS. Savings vary. Not all patients eligible for savings. Delivery restrictions apply. Visit cvs.com for details.
Lately, we're doing a lot more at home, which means we're doing a lot less driving. With pay-per-mile car insurance from Allstate, you only pay for the miles you drive. Drive less, save 50% with Allstate. You've never been in better hands. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
Includes a daily rate. Prices vary based on how you buy. Not applicable in California. Based on annual premium paid by Allstate Standard Auto customers versus Allstate pay-per-mile customers who drive an average of 4,000 miles a year. Savings vary subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and its affiliates. Copyright 2020 Allstate Insurance Company.
If I'm not commuting anymore, where do I really want to live?
While you handle life's questions, Merrill Guided Investing helps you manage your portfolio and invest for your next move with the option to work with an advisor at a low cost and minimum. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/investing goals to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, both a registered broker-dealer and investment advisor, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry, with 24/7 support and experienced staff at over 250 local branches. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Want to hear a secret? If your family loves game night as much as mine, you should check out Kohl's. You can find amazing deals and new ways to keep everyone entertained. I got board games for under $20, 20% off a popcorn maker, because snacks are a must. A $15.99 blanket for cuddling up. Then I also got an extra 20% off and Kohl's Cash. So, yeah, pretty sure I already won game night. Select styles, 20% offer, ends March 14th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
You run a business and you need better wireless. 3 words, no more compromise. With the T-Mobile Business Advantage, you get the largest 5G network, award-winning customer support, and insanely great value. No trade-offs. Right now, get up to 90 days of unlimited free on business plans when you switch via bill credits. Stop in to find out more. Plus taxes and fees for some plans. Complete port within 60 days. Customers over 50 gigabytes per month have lower speeds during congestion. Video at 480p unlimited on our network. See T-Mobile.com for 5G devices coverage and plan details.
At Univet Online Casino, the thrills keep coming. Play hundreds of slots, new and exclusive. Plus table games with live dealers at your fingertips. Win weekly jackpots at Univet Online Casino and get non-stop rewards, starting with a $500 deposit match. Download our app or visit pa.unibet.com to get $10 free. Deposit is simple with a credit card or PayPal with a deposit match up to $500. Univet Online Casino. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In the truck game, greatness is defined by a relentless commitment to the customer, forged over decades and built by a team resolute in helping you achieve your greatness. Experience the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty for a performance like no other. Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 44 straight years. And right now, don't miss out on all the great offers on the entire lineup of Ford trucks. Go to buyfordnow.com, then get to your local Ford store. Best-selling claim based on 1977 to 2020 calendar year total savings.
We missed it last year, but the tournament is back, and the king of sportsbooks is ready. I'm talking about BetMGM, and if you sign up now using code PatEgan100, you can win $100 in free bets when you place a $1 moneyline wager on on any college basketball team, and the team you bet on wins. So like right now, Big East tournament, UConn opened with a 5-1, but now they're at 5-2. You've got Villanova, they're 4-1. I mean, these odds are insane right now. West Virginia opened 14-1, they're now 9-1. So get in early because the lines are moving. And the team that you bet on, if they win, once again, you're going to get $100 in free bets. So get in on the fun with BetMGM. But they don't just have those promotions. They have innovative parlay selection builders and boosted odds specials, so much more. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com. And when you do, use the code PatEgan100 to win $100 in free bets when you wager just $1 on any college basketball team, and the team you bet on wins. It's paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. You got to be 21 years or older, Pennsilvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Just call 1-800-GAMBLER, and don't forget they're in partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia. A Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, I'm a seasoned broadcaster, but I've also got a fine head of hair.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Love this Killer Mike song.
Come on.
You were surprised that I knew the apple bottom jeans with the fur.
Whole club's looking at her.
Yeah,
she hit the floor.
Yes, she did.
No dancing from you, Egan, today?
No, I stopped dancing this back in 09.
No, you didn't.
I'm not going to do it, Bob.
Is this 09?
This was 08.
Okay, so this is
so
good.
I gave it a year.
So you're good with that. You're good with years.
I gave the best year of my life.
I'm horrible with years like that.
Because
See,
I
can always do my music with time in my life.
I can do that too. Yeah,
pretty much get it with any of
That's how I do it.
Wow.
Like Beethoven. That was a joke.
Justin on our YouTube said he watched me and Killer Mike and go at it.
I'll have to take a look at that.
And it was a great dialogue, and it was very spirited. And because people were asking me a little bit about it, he is an amazing entrepreneur, Killer Mike.
Yeah, he is.
Amazing entrepreneur. He is spectacular, and he has helped so many people raise their level of in his community. By the way, he's raised the level of safety in his community.
Yeah.
He's raised the level of respect for the police in his community. He's raised the level of entrepreneurship in the African-American community in Atlanta. He's amazing. He's
a great dude.
But I said to him, so then politically, you're supporting Bernie Sanders. I said, you're supporting Bernie. And I get him, I said, your philosophically doesn't match what his philosophical thing is and what yours is. So we got into a very big debate about it. And Mike is fantastic. Because he's open-minded, and we go back and fuss. It was unbelievable. It was awesome.
I'll have to check it out.
All right, 7 o'clock hour, Parks Casino Sportsbook app. You got to check it out. Download the parkscasino.com/PA and use the promo code FANATIC. I've got a few what-ifs for you. We discussed yesterday about the what-ifs. Should the Eagles find an answer at quarterback with Jalen Hurts this season? And it was weird because Bob brought up something, and I thought it was a bit strange. And let's say this offensive line stays healthy and it's as good as potentially advertised, then maybe this team could be better than most expect. And when we were discussing it, Bob goes, well, then you're in trouble there because of the way things go. But if Hurts ends up proving he isn't ready for prime time this year, when you've gone all in, then the rebuild is going to become a much longer process. If Hurts stinks, then you're going to have to devote all your energy next year in the 2022 draft to finding your quarterback of the future. You are going to have to maybe trade up to get him. You're maybe going to have to use extra draft capital to get to a spot where you can get the guy that you want. Oh, and then you're going to have to develop him. You have to give the young quarterback a little bit of time to get ready. So it could be years again before you truly gain your footing. So I'm suggesting to you this morning, if you are not on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon, you should be, because it's the most logical path back to competitiveness. The fastest, most logical. And I'm saying to you right now, get on the train. All aboard. That's where we begin. This 7 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. Connor answering the phones at 610-632-0975. And Mike directing the entire broadcast, so it's great. Bob, when you said it yesterday about Jalen Hurts and well, what if Jalen Hurts is really, really good? And then I'm like, we need Jalen Hurts to, we really need him to be good. We need him to work out. Because if he doesn't work out, 2021 is going to be a wasted season. 2022 might end up being a wasted season. And this could end up being a malaise, which I certainly don't want.
Yeah, it's kind of going to be a season of yay, I guess. Jalen Hurts plays really well.
Yay.
I guess. Jalen Hurts plays really well, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, they have 6 wins in 12 games. Uh-oh. Like you said. Or
then 6 wins.
But that's something to build off of.
Yeah, I hear you. And then I know it's just like such a fine line. Where exactly are you going? You do want Jalen Hurts to do well, because if you don't, then you should get a quarterback this year. But if you expect him to do well, then he's kind of your quarterback for the future, because we kind of looked at the quarterback next year, but you never really know the quarterback class next year. It's just everything is a what if type of thing. And I guess my point was yesterday with the what ifs. What if things click? Like this year, we didn't expect everything to go bad, and it did. What if next year on one side of the ball, everything kind of goes right? It's a good thing for Jalen Hurts, but could it be a bad team for the team if it amounts to 6 or 7 wins?
Tanking in the NFL is stupid unless you're going to
a particular player.
Unless it's a particular generational type. Like when the Colts did it for Andrew Luck, you're like, all right, that makes sense. This kid is, the next Peyton. Obviously, that's where Trevor Lawrence, most people think is that.
If Trevor Lawrence ends up not being that, I am going to be floored.
Yeah,
if he ends up
most
not
people
being
are with that line of thinking.
Really. If Trevor Lawrence doesn't have Matt Ryan's career, if he doesn't have a career like Matt Ryan, which by the way is some pretty good, solid guy, I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to be floored.
Yeah. So Jacksonville went for him with. What the hell is that porn star's name?
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew. Jalen Hurts is not that. He's better than that. So they are going to be in a weird purgatory state. Because I do believe they're going to be better than the majority of people think. And I don't think they're going to be that bad. So the best hope in the what-if scenario is that Jalen Hurts is your guy. Otherwise, you're probably going to have to spend your 2 futures first the next year, hopefully, if Carson meets his criteria, to go get a quarterback.
By the way, I do not believe in purgatory. I am a Catholic who does not believe in purgatory.
Okay.
Which is probably anti the teaching, but I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you
sports
why.
purgatory.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Sports purgatory is a little different.
I have no feelings on purgatory. John pointed to me like, I need your purgatory analysis. I'm like, I don't know.
No, quickly,
I'm in purgatory when it comes to purgatory.
Right. What I'm saying is purgatory is, I believe Jesus told us about heaven and hell.
Yes.
If there was this middle place, don't you think he would have mentioned it? If there was a middle place, if he tells you about heaven...
Well, Jesus was an extremist. But it was either heaven or hell. There was no middle ground.
That's me, so
yeah, so he was the first talk show radio host. Exactly.
It was heaven or hell.
Yeah.
If there was this magical middle place where you could go to and have sort of a do-over and maybe go second, you could maybe make your way there. You still got a chance. You got a second chance to get in. It's like the back of the lottery ticket where they want you to write your address down on those little lines.
Purgatory is your participation trophy.
You might be in the middle, and then people can pray your way out of it. No, he did not tell us about it, so I don't believe it. And by the way, it didn't appear till the 1100s. It did not adhere to 11. It did not.
It was some lazy journalist just made it up.
He was an adulterer. He was like, all right,
is this person going to heven or hell? Somewhere in between.
No, it's a guy wrote for the Daily News, I think, is something.
It was the original cold floor argument. The 1100s.
I refuse to believe it. It is a tenet that I refuse to believe. But sports purgatory, we could be there, Bob.
Yeah,
totally.
We could be there. We could absolutely be there. If Jalen Hurts is just adequate, and this team wins 6 games, I'm going to be pissed.
Because you've learned nothing and you kind of screwed yourself.
We didn't move the ball.
I think that's the most likely outcome.
Okay, tell me this. What do you think of Daniel Jones and where the Giants are right now? Daniel Jones, 2 years.
Yes.
Right? Okay, what do you think we're there? They won 6, right?
Yeah, this is his year where he's going to kind of tie the bow on what he is. I mean, he had like a 23-game streak of a turnover in every game?
Yeah, it was bad.
So I'm not too high on him. I don't think he's the worst, but he's got a lot to figure out this year.
I just don't know where I'm laying on this. I know Chuck in North Carolina wants to join us here on The Fanatic. Chuck, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Doing well, buddy.
Man, I'm really enjoying the show. I'm tuned in every morning because I think you have brought a completely, totally different aspect from Altoona.
Thank you. It is very nice. I'm glad to be here from Albuquerque. It's Albuquerque, I believe.
Yes. It's nice. It's nice.
Thank you, buddy.
And I'm actually not mad about the snow. I'm mad about all the rain you brought because that's all we get down here is rain. But anyway, look, I keep hearing everybody say 6, 7 wins. I'm not going to go crazy. I heard one guy say 11-5, 12, whatever. 10-6. It's just, what if they go 10-6? That freshman look. Nobody knows Sirianni. Nobody knows Hurts. The line plays well. Slay has an amazing season. Our linebacker Alec guy does well. Cox. I'm just saying everything blows because they want to prove that Sirianni's the guy and that Wentz wasn't it. And then they have that sophomore slump, and then we have false hope. You know,
we could have that.
10-6.
We could,
Chuck.
We could end up in a situation like that.
Yeah,
I could see. There's no way this team wins 10 games.
No,
oh God, no.
I'd be shocked.
There's no way this team goes 500.
There's no way.
I think best case would be 8-8.
Okay, I need a Jamie shirt.
But the schedule won't allow them that.
That's part of mine.
That's why I think they're 5-6.
The schedule's not allowing them.
The schedule's brutal.
Oh, it's absolutely brutal.
Yeah.
And the thing is, though, as the year, I swear to you, I make the promise to you now. If you're on Twitch and YouTube, see me, I'm putting my hands in the air. I make the promise. I will be as positive as I can be if this thing goes in the crapper. Because I signed in blood for 3-13.
Yeah.
I will be as positive
You're in the
as
ledger.
I can be. I will try to find every single positive out of the 3-13. Because I really believe the worse we are in 2021, the better it's going to be for us in 2022 and beyond.
Yeah, sometimes
I really do.
You got to take a step back to take a giant step forward. They kind of did that when they hired Doug Peterson. They go 7-9 the first year, but you had Carson Wentz. And the next year they made that giant step forward. And I think if you prepare yourself for that, I mean, like, Jamie, I love you. I think you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But
no, I'll be fine either way.
Because you've got 3 friends here
I'm okay.
who will be here to give you a big, giant hug. So
I got a great life. I'm very happy, and I'll be good either way. I think purgatory is a very likely outcome.
Oh, gosh, that's terrible.
I know.
Led to a process in another
First
sport.
of all, it doesn't exist. And second of all, I don't want to be there. I know that I'm going to get some mail from, Father.
Sister Mariana's
Father's probably listening right now. Or
Father, yes. We have a few fathers that listen.
Father Carl over at St. Genevieve's in Flowertown, he listens.
I mean, Father Ames out at St. Coleman's, my temporary parish.
Give us your purgatory.
Because I don't believe, I don't believe I have to believe in it.
You don't have to believe anything. You don't have to believe anything.
Yeah. Do it, Jamie.
Well, you do not have to believe anything.
Look, to be a tenet of the faith, you do.
With looking at the sports purgatory, the NFL doesn't really have purgatory like the NBA has sports purgatory. I mean, the NBA is you're stuck there. You're stuck there for a while.
What's the number?
I don't think there is a number for the NFL, honestly.
No,
I mean,
what's the number in the NBA?
Oh, the NBA
What do you think of when you think of the NBA? I think of 38 to 42.
Yeah, I had 40, 41 in my head.
I think right around there.
Yep.
You're either a little below 500 or a little above 500.
You're the 8 seed.
And then you're like, it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks because we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that. I want to see epically. I promise you, I will be positive. I will almost be celebratory, thinking that, okay, this
not
means.
celibate.
This means that, well.
You're already there.
But touchy subject, Bob.
The NBA is the only real
Very
sport.
touchy, by the way.
The NBA is the only real sport that has that, because every other sport, you can get out of it pretty quickly. You can rebuild. So the NFL, and looking at the Eagles next season, even if they do end up somehow going 8-8, right, and they get the number 13 pick, 14 pick.
No, 8-8's going to get you like the 16th pick, isn't
Okay,
it?
well, the 16th pick. You're probably going to have 2 first-round picks. So is that really sports purgatory?
Yes, because the Colts pick's going to be much better than that. So the Colts pick's going to be like 22nd,
So
maybe.
you got 2 picks in the top 20.
That doesn't. No.
You can party with if it's 16 and
Nobody's
22.
moving up. No one's giving you a thing going, give us the 8th pick. We'll give you 16 and 22. No.
But if you're a team like, let's say, the Jaguars, and you have your quarterback, but you need a guard and a wide receiver, maybe you'll party a little bit there.
Be. I will very much be happy with. I'll be happy with the struggle. I can live with the struggle.
All right, let me ask you this, John, real quick.
Yes.
What do you think is more likely to happen this year?
You go to purgatory?
No.
Or what?
By the way, Bill Strobel sent in Purgatory Origins.
Okay,
it's not suitable for air. It's a heavy concept.
Eagles 3 wins.
Okay.
Or Eagles 6 to 7 wins.
More likely? Are you saying?
Yeah.
3. No question in my
Bobby,
mind.
coming over to my side?
No.
question in my mind.
I've been saying that I think
data.
the offense might be a little bit better than
Remember
water's
the data.
warm.
There has never been a team that has taken in the
Right,
short
with the
salary
payroll
cap
cut.
that has done 1 win better than the year before.
Right.
Water's warm. Come on over, boys.
That's because you pee in the pool.
Well,
NJM Insurance.
why they have chlorine.
NJM Insurance has been ranked number 1 in the nation in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance claims experience, according to J.D. Power. Visit NJM.com for your free quote today. That is NJM.com. Bob, when you get the pool, I'm going to buy.
This is what I was just thinking of.
So was I. Like, Jamie's not allowed in.
I'm going to buy you the purple tabs.
Yes, please do. Put them in Jamie's shorts.
Well, with your outside shower, I can just go pee in the shower,
Yeah, the purple-
and it'll run down the drain.
He's not getting that. Just like I'm not getting my indoor urinal.
That would be sweet.
I told you a buddy of mine had one, right?
Christina's like, no.
Yeah, that would be.
There won't be a
that's
urinal.
cool.
She goes, there won't be a urinal inside our house. No. There will not be a urinal inside our house. So it's great to see. I'll just pay for it, honey.
Yeah.
I'll just pay for the house. You just make all the rules inside the house. You just make all the rules inside the house.
Wow.
Hey, in the linchpin, how's your mental health?
Is the linchpin.
Believe me.
So a new book has come out that reflects on the positive mental aspects of being a sports fan.
Okay.
Author Larry Olmsted is said the city of Indianapolis is going to get a big bolst from the Final Four. And basically what it stems from is the sense of community that comes from being a sports fan.
Well, come on, man.
I buy this. I
So
do. He goes on to say, in-person sport events are more vital, and Indianapolis is going to thrive in this vibrancy. Basically, only one team wins the Super Bowl, only one team wins the World Series, yada, yada, yada. He says sports fans have a great, basically sense of dealing with things, dealing with loss, and not getting crippled by it. And it's the sense of community and bringing everyone together and sharing in the misery or the joy together as a community that does really well for people's mental state. And look, in the year of COVID, when things were shut down and kids were at home and people lost their jobs and there's this, overwhelming sense of angst out there. Basically, he says, people miss being together in sports stadiums, and that sense of us getting back into arenas and being together with our community, having basically a communal cheering sense is great for people's mental health. And I thought it was a very interesting perspective that I hadn't thought about that much.
You know what I enjoy with mental health as far as where I do think it helps? I got a Sixers game to watch tonight. I got a Flyers game to watch tonight. I've got Phillies games coming up.
It's always good to have something to look forward to.
That I've had a crappy day at the office.
Yep.
But never with you people, of course.
No.
But I know tonight I could sit back on the couch. I could have an adult beverage, and I could watch my favorite team. I could just relax and chill out and everything.
I woke up this morning and said, oh, the Sixers are playing tonight. Awesome.
When I hear people binge watching like television shows, I don't do that.
Right.
I can't binge watch. But to say, okay, when I know there's sporting events on, that's my chill out. I can totally chill out to that.
Yeah, I've always looked at sports at two different ways. So I had a high school coach that was very into sports is like life. It emulates life. If you get up early and you work hard every day coming to practice, if you're one of the guys that gets up at 7 in the morning to come to practice, there's a whole bunch of your classmates that aren't doing that. That's going to help you later on in life, and being a teammate and all that stuff and working hard. That part I took to heart, always took to heart. The other part of it is the escape. It is the escape, just what you said, John. And Jamie, you said it. You woke up this morning. Jamie, because I used to talk about this a lot before. My thing in the morning, John, is I wake up and I think of a positive thought before my feet hit the floor. That's the last thing I think of before my feet hit the floor. And oftentimes it will be something like, oh, cool, the Flyers are on tonight. Or, oh, cool, Jenna's playing a soccer game today. Or it will be sports.
Oh, Philly's opening day. Oh.
It has to be that escape.
It gives you that thing to look forward to.
That was the worst part about the pandemic. And I know I'm speaking for everybody. But yeah, it's like you look forward to sports, and when that was taken away, like you guys know, my two escapes are sports and movies. They both were taken away, and I'm sitting there like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction. Like, what do I do now?
But your movies were taken away going to the theater.
Yeah, well, a lot of the good movies.
Theater experience for you is very important.
It was that, but it was also like the good movies. They backed them up. Like, they still haven't come out. A lot of them haven't come out. But yeah, it was the escape of going to the theater and that, normalcy, not normalcy, like some fool said earlier, but normalcy. And you're sat there like, what do I, like, I sat there a lot of times going, how do people live this life? People that don't like sports, what do they do?
I have no idea. I mean, honestly.
I don't
get it. The one thing I would tell you is this too, and I've seen it just through my family's eyes, because my wife and daughter never living here. They cannot wait to be Philadelphians. Because when they come to Philly, my wife talks about the fact is it's such a community here.
Yeah.
And my daughter loves when we would do our dad-daughter Eagles game every year and come up to town. When we would get off the subway from our hotel and you get up the subway right at the stadiums and you walk out and you see the tailgate
Oh, it's
scene,
a vibe.
My daughter freaks out.
Yeah.
She thinks that is the coolest thing in the world. She's like,
is.
That is Philadelphia, Dad. She says to me, when she tells her friends down there, what do you love about Philadelphia? She said, you should see the parking lot on Sunday at an Eagles game.
Yeah.
The guy is drunk. She's like, there he goes.
But she's like, no, the pregame tailgate.
Oh, yeah.
When it's families playing.
Sure.
She's like, this, Dad, is the coolest thing because she's never seen it down there.
You probably
Having the time of his life.
Groups of families that have been doing this for decades.
Right. And she loves seeing that.
Yeah.
She loves seeing that. So
I don't know if this author's ever been on Eagles or Sixers Twitter when basing this study off of this, but I don't think he has.
Larry Olmsted?
Yeah, I think Larry should hop on Eagles Twitter and see how our mental welfare is doing.
Bob Cooney's going to tell us what he'd be pissed about if the Eagles did this at 6. Plus, we've got Jamie's mock draft 7.0, and I don't think we're going to cancel it today. So we're really going to throw a curveball at you. Stick around, won't you? By the way, I love that little jingle. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I love the idea of just being able to veg out, and I love the idea of being totally connected whenever I need to be. That's why my T-Mobile phone is a big asset to me. Whether I'm playing music through my phone, whether I'm checking emails through the phone on the fly, whether I'm texting with the girls, whether I'm sending videos in the morning before my day starts. It's where my day starts every day. My T-Mobile phone has to be working at optimal capacity, and it always does because it's got the best network out there. Do you know anybody 55 and up, though? Right now, how about this great deal? The Magenta 55 Plus plan includes Netflix. We're talking 2 lines, unlimited data. $70 a month. And it's not $70 a month with a bunch of fees added to it. It's $70 a month flat. 2 lines, unlimited data, and they're throwing in Netflix. Absolutely included. Gotta love it. Set it up with the auto pay. Sales tax and regulatory fees are included in the rate plan price. You can check out more details at T-Mobile.com. Get into a T-Mobile store, too. And when you go in, would you tell them that John Kincade sent you?
The John Kincade Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. The Fanatic's Bracket Challenge is back. A perfect bracket could win you
$1 million.
Starting Monday, go to 97.5thefanatic.com and fill out your bracket. Someone is guaranteed to win $1,000. But a perfect bracket will win you $1 million.
97.5 The Fanatic's $1 Million Bracket Challenge is brought to you by the Parks Casino Sportsbook app, the official sportsbook partner of the Real Philly Fan. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-333-1750. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-333-1750. That's 800-333-1750 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-333-1750. 800-333-1750.
Dear smart shoppers, ready, set, go. Get a great deal on a new Toyota. Get a complimentary first month's lease payment on a new 2021 Corolla Hybrid or Corolla hatchback with $139 a month due for 35 months thereafter with $29.99 due at signing, plus taxes and fees. Save now, Toyota.
Security deposit waived on approved credit from Toyota Financial Services for Tier 1 plus or Tier 3 customers only. Complimentary first month's payment up to $300. Customer responsible for any amount of first month's payment in excess of $300. Call 1-800-79-TOYOTA for details about costs and terms. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end 3/31/21.
Eventually, we'll all be commuting again, going out to dinner, even vacationing. You remember what it's like leaving your home and returning to a dark house? Well, this is Mike Miss for Farron Electric, certified Lutron pros with Cassetta by Lutron. Farron Electric can automate your lights inside to turn on when you pull in the driveway or off when you're already in bed. Control your lights remotely from anywhere, right from your home. Yep, my electrician, Farron Electric, can set that up too. Give them a call or visit FarronElectric.com. That's FARRYN Electric.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Of course, we have everything you need to take on that oil change. It's easier than you think. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Mobil 1 synthetic high-mileage motor oil and an STP extended life oil filter for just $32.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery. Getting your job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
It's Mattress Firm's semi-annual sale, where you can save up to $300 on our top-rated brands like Sealy and Sleepy's. Plus, get a free adjustable base when you spend $6.99 on Sealy. Or buy Tempur-Pedic and get a $300 instant gift good towards sleep accessories. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, and more with our sleep experts today to find your best sleep. Only at Mattress Firm. Offer valid with qualifying purchase. Restrictions apply. Valid at participating locations only. For offer details, visit mattressfirm.com/sale.
Dale, who are you? I'm you. I'm Future Dale. Navy Federal Credit Union sent me. Listen, your future depends on something important. Like saving the world? No, I said your future, not the future. You need to start saving with Navy Federal so you can buy your dream house.
With savings resources, no monthly fees, and accounts for your every need, you can plan for your future at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Open to the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Insured by NCUA, an equal housing lender.
That meeting's starting at 4. Can I get those projections?
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Karen, do these numbers look right to you?
Like at Mia's research firm. To hit client deadlines, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Making popcorn for movie night?
Whoa, who are you?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless. What if every time you tried a new streaming service, you had to buy a new TV?
That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, some wireless companies do that when you switch. Make you buy a new phone.
Right.
But TracFone Wireless lets you keep your phone and your number and your network and gives you unlimited talk and text starting at $20 a month.
Seriously, who are you?
This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control. Oh, you're burning it.
Oh, no.
See terms and conditions at TrackPhone.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/hire. That's ZipRecruiter.com/hire.
The second half of the Sixers season is here, and Corona is back with cool custom Corona Sixers jackets to give away. Win one by entering the Are You a Baller contest on 97.5thefanatic.com. Show us that you're a baller by uploading a picture of you in your Sixers bests, and that's it. The winner will be chosen randomly. Don't have Sixers gear? No sweat. Just vote for your favorite picture, and you'll qualify to win too. Enjoy the Sixers games and live La Vida Más Fina with an ice-cold Corona Light, Corona Extra, or Corona Premier. Corona is an official partner of the Philadelphia 76ers. Please enjoy responsibly.
Well, the install of your new Anderson 400 series windows is done. They look great. Piece of cake to install. I have them in my own home.
We love them, John.
Beautiful. They really last, so you won't be needing me to fix anything either. This is probably goodbye. Take care.
That was a tough goodbye. Worse than when the kids went to college.
I love our windows, but John was our contractor.
Anderson 400 series are the windows contractors trust most. Learn more at andersonwindows.com. 2020 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors. Visit andersonwindows.com for warranty details.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting all the action on FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge Casino. FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Their app is so simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets. They offer live betting, and if you win, they get you your winnings in as little as 24 hours. And FanDuel gives you the opportunity to win big with their same-game parlay feature. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. All you have to do is place any bet, and FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 in-site credit if you don't win. If you do win, you keep the cash. If you lose, you'll get your entire bet up to $1,000 back in-site credit. So much going on this week. We got the NBA returning. You got the NHL in full force. You can look at future lines. You can look at bets on games that are being played right now. And also, there's this golf thing going on this week down in Florida. That's right, the Players' Championship. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, then download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and be sure to sign up with promo code Bob so they know I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code Bob. Must be 21 or older and present in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
It's spelled Kincade, Kincade. Just so you know when you're writing your complaint emails.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks so much for making the John Kincade Show part of your routine. We do appreciate you every day. Those of you on YouTube and Twitch.tv, remember tomorrow's our watch party. Someone is going to win that watch tomorrow. You join in. Everybody who watches our YouTube channel tomorrow has a chance to win an Invicta Eagles watch valued at over $500.
It's a beaut.
We will set the watch hands to a specific time. The watch will be placed in the box. Everybody watching on YouTube can submit one guess as to what time the watch is set. The person who comes closest to the time on the watch will win the watch.
And there's no 69 on a watch, so you can get that out of your head.
6:09.
Way to go, Jamie.
Yeah, but that's not. That's,
what's in the box? That's not the time
that's
I'm
not.
picking. I already have the time picked.
Well, people know Bob and I, you know.
So I'm saying to you is this, and two, if anyone deletes a comment tomorrow on YouTube, so be careful.
We got Mike on you.
If you delete a comment, you're done because you don't get second guesses. So one guess, one vote. So if you've never visited our YouTube channel before, do it tomorrow. 97.5 The Fanatic, and check us out. Get your vote in. So if you do it before work, before you get in the car, check it on out. We're going to be a good time, and someone's going to win a beautiful watch tomorrow.
It's a nice watch. Very, very nice watch.
I know the time I'm setting it to, and what I would like to do before we reveal it tomorrow is I would like you and Jamie and everything to guess at what time and see who comes the closest.
Well, you are in numbers, man. I'm going to think way too long about this, aren't I?
Jamie's thinking about it. And I will tell you this now. I'll tell you this now as part of the game. It is the closest to it. So if two people, by the way, if someone was, like, let's say 2 minutes over and someone was 2 minutes under, then they're going to be like a coin flip. It'll be random picked between the two people. So
all right.
Got to be closest to it, but it doesn't
And you don't
matter.
need AM, PM. It's just one.
It's one. Just put the time.
One time.
Just put the time down, and we'll get to business on that one. By the way, have you seen the new way they're doing Price is Right?
No, I can't
Drew
stand
Carey, right?
that show.
No, but you can't stand Price.
Oh, hate
You don't
Price
like
is Right.
Price is Right?
I told you guys this before. Yeah, it reminds me of being homesick from school, and my mom would watch it, and I hated being homesick from school.
I loved it.
So I hate the Price
you
is
can roll
Right.
right from Price is Right into Days of Our Lives, a little over lunch, right into Young and the Restless. You can do that. But they're like social distancing. Price is Right, so nobody gets to like.
Oh, hug each other or anything like that?
Nobody gets to go near
You're kind of
Drew.
jumping up and down.
It's like, so.
Bob Barker couldn't have, he wouldn't have been able to do it.
Richard Dawson would have
Richard
quit.
Dawson would
Have you
been
seen the
screwed.
documentary on the guy who memorized all the prices?
No.
It's one of those stupid, fascinating documentaries, but I forget what it's called. But basically, so he went and you were only allowed to go one time and win something, and he did. But he would go every year, and he would sit in the audience, and this guy was yelling out like everybody else, but somebody was listening to him and got it right on the number, and it was all about how he had a spreadsheet with the prices, and he basically memorized every price.
Well, Drew Carey blew it on one of the greatest calls ever. In his tenure as the host of The Price is Right, only the second time, it only happened twice.
Yeah, and that was the moment.
Where the guy had every single... he had the price exactly right in the showcase to the dollar.
And that's a point of contention in the documentary.
And but Drew Carey does the announcement of it, and he says, like, actual retail price, $23,947. You got it exactly right. Like,
that's how he did it?
Yeah, you can go watch it on YouTube.
Wow.
He goes, you hit it right on the nose.
He said you hit it right on the nose.
Where's the excitement, Drew?
Like, Drew totally, like... He blew the moment of it happened only the second time in the history of the show.
Sounds like Al Michaels calling the Eagles Super Bowl win or something.
Yeah,
Jeez.
they were a little disappointed.
And the game is over.
They were a little disappointed that night. I mean, him and Collinsworth were a little disappointed that night. All right, now, in Cooney's Corner, Bob would be disappointed if this happened.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
You'd be disappointed if this happened.
Well, we've been going over specifically, and we're going to have another Jamie mock draft today. I think, what is it, 7.0 today?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. I love going through Jamie's drafts. So, you go back and forth and you think specifically, but I wanted to put it in generalities, and I'm putting it out to you guys also. If I were to put it in generalities, I kept going over names and all. Here's what I don't want. I don't want a quarterback. I don't.
Absolutely, I do not want one either.
All right, so
you
we're
and I
good
are on
there.
the same page.
However, after going through it all, I want a skill position player. So basically,
you don't want a lineman.
I don't want a lineman. I don't want a linebacker. I don't want a defensive end. I don't want a cornerback. I want a skill position player. So basically, when it comes to me, if I don't get one of these three guys, I'm going to be pissed off.
Okay, wait a minute, though. When you say skill position player, you do not count a corner.
I don't. It's offense.
I do count corners.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, in my mind, much like you don't believe in purgatory, I
right,
don't.
exactly. Okay,
Actually, that's not even a close analogy.
No,
No.
it fits today's show, though.
That was stupid.
No, I mean, like, to me, Bob, I love that idea because I'm gonna be pissed if they don't get a generational difference-making playmaker. I want that playmaking player. So I agree. I think I agree with you big time. I want the playmaker. I want a generational, because I'm buying that jersey.
Okay.
Whoever that first-round pick is, that's going to be the jersey.
All right, so Amika Parsons, for example, is not a playmaker, a generational playmaker. And I'm just establishing.
Parsons is not a generational playmaker.
All right, so basically, what I'm saying.
If he's Luke Kuechly, is that generational to you?
Kuechly was good.
Kuechly was really good, but he's not.
Good.
I
like our Von. Let me get your. I guess our Von Miller and Kuechly generational talents to you.
Yes,
I gotta say yes.
Yes, they would be.
Yeah,
I think he's got a chance to get close to them.
He absolutely has a chance. I mean, skill set, he has a chance.
Yeah.
I'm not taking a chance.
I hear you.
I want somebody like a Jamar Chase, who I do not believe is a chance.
So do I, but I think
do not believe is a chance.
I think Parsons is can't miss.
But that's not a skill position, a line.
I hear you. The only position I would be ticked off at is quarterback, because I think it's bad business not to see what you have in Jalen Hurts. Like, I'd be okay with Slater or Sewell. I'd be okay with Parsons. I'd be okay with Pitts. I'd be okay with Chase. I'd be okay with Surtain and Farley.
See, Patrick Surtain I would be absolutely okay with.
Yeah, like there's not much because there's so many holes in this defense.
There is. There's so many holes on this team, and that was part of my write-up last night.
I kind of am cool with a lot.
But the more I thought, they need everything.
Yeah.
There's no question. But I would be pissed off if they took a linebacker, a lineman, a defensive back. I'm really set on offensive skill player.
Yeah, John, you said you'd be upset if they don't get a generational talent, as you should, because they're drafting sixth overall.
Exactly.
This is how I felt too when they were in the second round. They took Jalen Hurts. Of like, all right, they're in a good spot because they need so much, and there's a lot of good players in those positions that they need. Then they took Jalen Hurts. So that's one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of faith that they actually make the right call. I mean, there's probably some wide receiver from UTEP that's getting Howie's eye right now.
Well, there is one thing is that, how about, do you want some good news?
Yeah.
Yes.
And now I don't know that I trust this numbers from this emailer. He said, I'm hoping for that 3-win season that you guys talked about because there isn't a general manager who has survived consecutive 4-win or less seasons. So he's rooting for that.
Yeah.
So,
I still don't think there's any guarantees he's gone, even if.
I think he would.
I'm happy to take responsibility for all of that.
Oh, thank you, Howie. We're glad to hear it. How about Tim in San Diego joining? Tim, you were up way early this morning on the Fanatic.
Yeah, too freaking early. You know what? I think we got to go with if Sewell falls to us. I think that's there's only a couple of players I think that are generational. I think it's Sewell and Parsons. And you know whatever.
Wait a minute. Whoa. You just said Parsons is a generational player, and you're not mentioning Jamar Chase?
I just think whatever receiver the Eagles take, it'll be the wrong one. So how many years in a row can we take skill position? We need to build it from the inside out like Andy Reid used to do, guys. That's the way we're going to get better.
I hear you.
Linemen.
Well, guess what, though? Here's the only problem is, and with that, I appreciate it, Tim, you are up way freaking early, but it's worth being up with us at this hour.
Or is he just going to bed?
Could be.
Could have been a good night for Tim.
We make no judgments.
No, we do not.
Oddly,
he taking the drive of shame in San Diego at 4:40 in the morning?
I think oddly the lines are where they're their best. The defensive line and the offensive line are their two best position groups.
Which says a lot about.
That's not a falsehood.
No, I mean Fletcher Cox is probably your best overall player. Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat.
That's not a falsehood.
Right, Javon Hargrave, and then you look at the offensive line. Like that's their two best groups. So I don't think, to Tim's point, I think you're fairly well built on the lines.
But not for the long term.
No,
not
not for the long term. But for the short term, yeah.
Okay, I mean that's not bad.
Like Tim's right. Look, I have no problem building inside out, and I think you're a fan of that also too. John.
I think Howie believes in that.
Yes, I just look. You need everything. It came down to 3 names with me. If it's not Jamar Pitts, if it's not Kyler Pitts, if it's not Jamar Chase, or if it's not Devontae Smith, I'm going to be pissed off.
Now, we got people on YouTube trying to get in the conversation here, and JD says, to be fair, how many balls dropped versus the Eagles by Julio Jones? I don't remember a lot of drops.
That's because Jalen Mills shut his ass down.
We're damn lucky. We're damn lucky the official didn't pull out a flag.
Hey, Jalen Mills plays good red zone defense. You got to give him that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I don't remember a lot of drops.
It's pretty important.
I don't remember a lot of Julio Jones drops.
Well, he had that slip where he mistimed the jump at the pylon.
Drops.
Yeah, he didn't drop it. No.
Julio Jones isn't dropping against the Eagles.
Nah.
Julio Jones.
He kind of got his. I'd have to go look at it again. Didn't he kind of get? I wouldn't classify it as a drop, but I think he kind of got his hands on it a little bit.
I don't believe he had a drop in either of those games.
I wouldn't have
the NFC playoff game or the year after. I don't believe he had a drop in either game. Go look at the stat line. It'll say drops.
Yeah, it's one I wouldn't have had on the stat sheet as a drop, but I think he got because he mistimed the jump. I think he was falling.
Yeah, but he didn't have a drop. I mean, Julio Jones doesn't have a ton of drops
because he was in Jalen Mills' prison, John.
I mean, the big Julio Jones usually eats Jalen Mills for lunch.
Not in the red zone.
Look at. Exactly.
Welcome to my house.
But look at the numbers. I mean, Julio Jones usually sees the Eagles and says, "Well, I can pencil me in for 125."
Yeah, maybe if he had practice.
Bitch.
Hey, tonight Sixers Bulls 8 o'clock tonight. Is there reason to watch? Is there reason to watch and I know there's reason to listen at all time.
Tobias has to take over tonight. You don't have your 2 stars. You need your max player to step up and carry.
Why does tonight just seem like
they're 3-point dogs?
That line, actually, to me, tells me to wager on the Sixers.
I'll take him as a dog in that spot. I mean, I'm not saying it's a great bet, but I'll take him as a dog. The line's a little telling.
By the way, Billy Donovan is the coach that I wanted for the. He's the coach I wanted for the Sixers.
Is somebody
because
else like
remember Billy Donovan was available. Remember Billy was available before.
Sure.
Before Doc became available.
Yes. Oh yeah, he was available. Right.
I wanted Billy Donovan.
He's a great coach.
He is a great coach, and I thought Billy Donovan would handle this city extremely well.
I like Billy Donovan a lot. I had a
Does he have that Thibodeau gene where he rides guys hard, or
no, he's not that. Okay. But he is a basketball mind though that never stopped. I remember interviewing him somewhere, and then I think speaking to his wife and her telling me like. It's maniacal. He wakes up in the middle of the night and literally will start drawing plays. Like things will come to him in his sleep, and she says it's endearing, and but that's just his
endearing?
makeup.
Yeah, I'd be worried.
Yeah,
I wrote down.
I don't know what kind of marriage you have.
I write stuff. I used to write down stuff in from dreams that I would have on a pad of paper next to the nightstand, and I just saw because I was looking at my April calendar. That I had a date that I had written down in a dream one night a couple years back.
In 2021?
I wrote down a date in 2019. In 2019, I wrote down a date that I had in a dream. And it's coming up next month. The 9th of April. The 9th of April. I had written down April the 9th.
I'm kind of bugged
April
out.
9th, 21. So
we are doing a show. It's a Friday.
It's a big date in my life.
Why is it a big day?
It's my brother-in-law who I idolize like a father figure to me. It's his birthday, and one of my best friends passed away on April 9th, about 10 years back.
Okay, well, I didn't know Bob in 2019.
No, you didn't.
I knew Bob's work.
April 10th, I'm getting together with my college buddies for a golf outing.
Maybe you're not.
Oh, jeez. No, dude, you can't do that.
Strike me down in the park.
In 2019, I didn't know Jamie Lynch. I knew of Jamie Lynch, but I didn't know Jamie Lynch.
April 9th is a Friday this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not like he
a week after Good Friday.
It's not like he followed me on Twitter.
It's the week of the maybe we'll be at the Masters.
No, we won't be. Believe me.
Well, way to go, John.
Let's get to the mock draft 7.0. I'm so excited for this. We're 7 weeks from the first round pick coming down.
Kamish, why don't you lead us off?
Pick in the NFL draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select.
Look, we'll probably get to mock 14 or 15 by the time the draft rolls around.
It'd be 14, yeah.
This one's not going to change. Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson University.
Yeah, it won't change.
All right, Kamish, the people want answers. Let's keep it going.
With the second pick in the NFL draft, the New York Jets select.
The New York Jets have traded Sam Darnold to Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots and select Zach Wilson, quarterback, BYU.
Wow, if they put, if he goes to New England, he'll come back to screw them.
Oh, totally.
You know he would.
You totally.
He can't do that.
The Jets can't trade with the Patriots. I'm just joking about that.
Joe Douglas is not a moron, but still, they trade him, somewhere.
Yeah, he's going to go somewhere.
I still say, I've said it before, I'll say it again, San Francisco.
I saw yesterday, I was reading some mocks and some studying up on stuff. People are comparing Zach Wilson now to a smaller, or a Russell Wilson-like clone. And I went,
wow.
Whoa.
Pretty good praise.
Yeah,
whoa. Let's bump the brakes here a little bit. Kamish?
With the third pick in the NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins select.
It's going to gut me. It's going to kill me.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Wide receiver, LSU, Jamar Chase.
I do not believe that will happen.
I hope you're right. I really do.
That will happen.
They traded for offensive line help this week.
Yeah, that's what scares me.
And look, it's Wilson. He's a first-round pick a year ago that didn't find his footing in Tennessee.
Okay.
But that tells me they have other eyes in the draft.
They could, absolutely.
And that scares me. Kamish?
With the fourth pick in the NFL draft, the Atlanta Falcons select.
Offensive tackle. They got to build from the lines out. University of Oregon, some are calling him a generational talent. Penei Sewell, offensive tackle for your Atlanta Falcons. Or Altoona Falcons, Albuquerque, Akron, Anaheim Falcons.
I can believe it, sure.
It's hard to pass on tackles.
It is.
If
I
they're
do not
that
believe
good.
that's going to happen. And I believe right now, I will tell you, I believe it's the Falcons that will trade out.
Do you think it's
The
more
Falcons will trade out of 4.
for a quarterback team?
They will trade back, and I think they might trade back numerous times.
Well, you're screwing up Mach 7.0 with that
that's
thinking,
fine,
John.
though. That's fine, though.
Commish, let's go.
With the 5th pick in the NFL draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select
Little run on offensive lineman here. Joe Burrow had a devastating knee injury. Nothing is more important to the Bengals than protecting his ass. Rashawn Slater, Northwestern University.
I could believe that.
He can play all 5 spots on the line. They're saying he's a freak. I think he's going to be one of these guys that skyrockets up a little bit.
Okay. I could absolutely believe that.
All right, Commish.
Wow,
let's go. This is what the people are waiting for.
with the 6th pick in the NFL draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select.
There has been a trade. Selecting 6th is Matt Rule and the Carolina Panthers, and they have selected Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields.
I absolutely could see that happening.
The Eagles have received a 3rd and 5th round pick in return. I might be drunk.
Second.
I gotta.
There's no way I'm giving up that pick unless I get this set.
I don't think I think they'd outkick the value chart there, right? Because the Panthers would be the 8th pick of the 2nd round, which would be 40th overall.
I think it's a 2nd round pick.
I would love that, but I just went with 3rd and 5th to be
because
safe.
3rd and 5th has happened.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Wait
I
a
don't
sec.
think
So
I
they
don't think-
move back to 8th and get the 3rd and 5th?
Yeah, they get their 3rd and 5th pick.
Yeah.
I think
so
that
you're
going to
carry this on a little more.
Yeah, we're going to 8 today.
Oh, there we go.
All right, Commish, let's go.
The Detroit Lions select
Kyle Pitts, tight end, wide receiver, University of Florida. Jared Goff gets his security blanket.
Are you trying to kick me in the nuts this morning?
All right, Commish, get your ass to the podium.
Wow. That's aggressive.
the Philadelphia Eagles select
Wide receiver, University of Alabama, Jalen Waddle.
Okay, I hate this. I hate this mock draft. I hate it. I hate 7.0. I hate 7.0, and 7's one of my favorite numbers.
I think Waddle's going to jump
Wow.
Devontae Smith. That's my bold prediction.
Hey, Cinch Propane Grill Tank Home Delivery brings the propane right to your doorstep. Just visit cinch.com, pick a delivery date that's convenient for you, and they will handle the rest. Jamie will give us a mock draft every single week leading up to the draft, which is 7 weeks from tonight.
Oh, baby.
It's unbelievable. It's still 7 weeks away. And Jamie will give us a mock draft every week, and we're expecting next week's will be better. Because you've literally disappointed.
I gutted you,
You know
yeah.
what, though? Is you didn't I'd love to be able to tell you that your logic was stupid. It wasn't.
The trade back.
You very well could happen. Everything you just said could happen. I can believe every one of those things.
Use your common sense.
It doesn't mean that I don't think you suck. I'm just being fair with you. That would gut me.
Yeah.
And I will stick to it. I don't believe the Falcons will pick at 4. I do not believe Jamar Chase will go to Miami.
I hope you're right.
I do not believe
I
it.
really hope you're right.
Hey, locally owned and operated for over 30 years with the area's largest selection of all natural pet foods, treats, and supplies. It's our friends at Pets Plus Natural. Your furry loved ones happy and healthy. You're going to love it. Visit petsplusnatural.com. We got lots coming up, including the double standard from the NBA. Plus, it is pretty impressive what this team's been able to pull off. We got a lot going on. It's the John Kincade Show. This is 97.5 The Fanatic. The Parks Casino Sportsbook app right in the palm of my hand. And one of the best parts about it is the in-game wagering. And that's something that I had to get introduced to. Because I've seen it live in casinos, but I've never actually done it myself till I became a customer with that Parks Casino Sportsbook app. And it's absolutely awesome. What do I know today? There's going to be hoops on, like all day long. The Big East tourney is going on. The Big Ten tournament. Temple and Villanova both playing today at noon. Pro Hoops tonight. Right now, Philadelphia -2.5 at Chicago. Now, remember, no Embiid, no Simmons. Could be a strange thing. But here's what you do. You join the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. New customers can make their first bet risk-free up to $500. Go to parkscasino.com/PA. Get all the details. It's my sports betting app of choice. It's the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. When you're watching all these games, you're going to feel more involved, more excited, more into it. Check it out. Tell them John Kincade sent you.
The John Kincade Show.
They put it on the air?
Of course they put it on the air. It was a big success.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
What's for dinner, you ask? At Wawa, we've got the answer, no matter what you're craving. Because Wawa now has dinner. Every day starting at 4 p.m., you'll find crave-worthy dinner options that will make everyone happy. Like fettuccine Alfredo, kids' meals, delicious Angus burgers, French fries, and more. Choose in-store, curbside, or delivery. Wawa dinner. Sounds good.
Come in from the cold for something hot and comforting from Wawa. Savor the handcrafted salty sweetness of a toasted caramel crunch latte, topped with a caramel drizzle and crunchy caramelized sugar. Or cozy up to the warm, inviting vanilla sugar and spice aromas of our new cinnamon bun coffee, bursting with a delicious fresh baked flavor. Treat yourself and try them both this winter to create your very own getaway to deliciousness. Gotta have a Wawa.
Hey, sports fans, before there was the step over, the strip sack, the long fly ball, or the Philly special, Colonial Hyundai was providing a faster, easier, better way to buy a new vehicle. Hi, it's John Ashow, the Cars Czar from Colonial Hyundai of Downingtown. This month at Colonial, we're celebrating over 2 decades of serving our community during our 20th anniversary sales event. All month long, we're celebrating by offering the best prices of the year. During this event, save up to 30% off any new Hyundai in stock. Plus, every new Hyundai comes with Hyundai Assurance and America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain, which only Colonial will double during this event to 20 years, 200,000 miles. Save big with exclusive offers from Colonial Hyundai of Downingtown, like a new 2021 Elantra SE for just $99 per month. Don't miss this event, the Colonial Hyundai of Downingtown 20th anniversary sales event. Plan your visit at colonialhyundai.com. Colonial Hyundai of Downingtown, the faster, easier, better way to buy a Hyundai.
Hyundai Elantra SE based on 36-month lease through HMF. Stock number H200121. Lease cash down $2,299 plus tax and tag. Financing through HMF. Offers cannot be combined. See dealer for full details.
Allstate now has deeper savings. And deeper savings require deep thoughts and a deep voice, like mine. Save for being a new customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. As someone once said, saving today is money tomorrow. That's deep.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. Drive-bys is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Of course, we have everything you need for that big brake job. Right now, you can save 15% when you buy any Duralast brake pads and any 2 Duralast rotors. It's a great way to save while you take on the full job. Oh, and one tip. Go for a nice, easy drive after you finish the job. It'll help break in your new brakes. For more tips, visit AutoZone.com/DIY. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
You run a business and you need better wireless. 3 words, no more compromise. With the T-Mobile Business Advantage, you get the largest 5G network, award-winning customer support, and insanely great value. No trade-offs. Right now, get up to 90 days of unlimited free on business plans when you switch via bill credits. Stop in to find out more. Plus taxes and fees for some plans. Complete port within 60 days. Customers over 50 gigabytes per month have lower speeds during congestion. Video at 480p unlimited on our network. See T-Mobile.com for 5G devices coverage and plan details.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect time to power up productivity and gaming victories. Now you can save what Dell employees save on high-performance tech. Save 17% on the latest XPS and Alienware computers with Intel Core processors. Plus, check out exclusive savings on Dell monitors, headsets, and accessories for greater immersion in all you do. Upgrade today by calling 800-BY-DELL. Again, that's 800-BY-DELL, or you can visit Dell.com/semi-annual sale.
March is the biggest month in college basketball, where teams across the country test their talent in the hopes of winning it all. For finding talent that can help your team win it all, there's LinkedIn Jobs. Post a job with targeted screening questions, and LinkedIn will quickly get your role in front of qualified candidates. Manage job posts and contact candidates from a single view, as functions are streamlined onto one simple screen. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/sports. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Since there was no basketball tournament last March, Unibet is offering twice the sign-up bonus this year. Get $40 free and $500 risk-free. With twice the bonus, go twice as hard. Woo! Watch on 2 screens.
Woohoo, yeah!
on 2 couches.
Both cheeks.
And place twice the bets.
Bonus.
Get $40 free and $500 risk-free. Unibet Sportsbook. Crazy about the odds. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Philadelphia, the birthplace of America. Conceived by visionaries, we set the standard of building excellence. We build safer and stronger. We dig deeper, push harder, climb higher, building stronger together. We are GBCA, the General Building Contractors Association. Visit gbca.com to learn more.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing?
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
This is Jazzy Jeff. 8 o'clock hour.
It's LL Cool J.
8 o'clock hour of the NCIS guy?
Yeah.
8 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show. Brought to you by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com.
Doesn't he do that? Does he do that show with Robin? Chris O'Donnell?
Oh,
or am I
Chris O'Donnell.
cross
Chris
streaming here?
He does,
Chris
yeah.
O'Donnell.
All right, yeah. A lot of Batman and Robin talk this week.
We got into some, I think at one point we were offending Batman fans, not this show, a previous life in Auburn, where I said, like, Chris O'Donnell's gotten a little puffy.
He's
a leading man.
Yeah, he's got the dad bod.
For a leading man.
Yeah, he got stung by some bees.
He's not a leading man.
Isn't he?
No,
on
Chris
that
O'Donnell?
show. On that show,
Which one is he
next
on?
to LL? Isn't he?
NCIS, LA, or something?
I don't know if you can consider being on a Friday night NCIS spinoff as a leading man category.
I mean, Tom Selleck's a leading man on Blue Bloods.
You don't think they? By the way, did you see what they did to your Blue Bloods? I was thinking about you.
What?
They're people. You Blue Bloods fans are gonna be upset.
Roasted.
They are preempting Blue Bloods tomorrow night in order to re-show Harry and Meghan again.
Oh.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, they did.
Don't tell me that.
They are. I did. Yeah, they're doing it. Blame Oprah.
No.
Blame Oprah. That's what they're doing.
Hearing Anthony talk about the Oprah interview the other day was pretty funny.
I gotta tell you, that is funny. Yeah, that
My
absolutely.
wife's guilty pleasure is NCIS New Orleans. That's
She
his
watches the New Orleans ones.
Yeah, that's his trash TV as she'll
There you go.
Is that the kid that was in Sling Blade?
There's so many of these shows.
I know.
So the kid that
Scott
was in
Bakula.
Oh no!
Unnecessary roughness.
It's like the whole
fame?
night too. Like Saturday, like they have the one Chicago night, where every show on NBC Chicago.
Oh, Donna was watching one, Chicago Med. She started with last
Chicago
night.
Fire,
PFT.
Chicago.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on in Chicago.
But if you watch overnight, it carries into the overnights too. They got like the Chicago convenience store, which is like all
Chicago
of
bodega.
all these kind of stuff. Hey, as you start the 8 o'clock hour, by the way, this hour, you're going to have your chance to win new 97.5 The Fanatic T-shirts because it's game time.
Oh, yeah.
Thursday mornings we play a game. Today we play Two Truths and a Lie. So if you are a Scooby-Doo type of detective, you've got that.
I got my guess.
Okay, well, what?
A guess of
For
what?
Oh, I'm sorry, I blacked out.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, right?
I thought you were talking about the watch.
No.
Oh, my God.
I just blacked out.
You're not guessing on air.
You're not
No, I'm not going to say it on air, but I have it. It's in the
good.
bag.
You'll do that.
Sorry.
All right, here we go.
I think I had a
Our
stroke.
perfect show just ended.
All right, let's go here. All right, the 76ers play tonight versus a tough Chicago team on the road without the services of their two all-star players. And this is going to trigger Andrew Salchunas, by the way. Then they go to Washington Friday and have to be without Ben Simmons. A tough way to start the second half and a true disadvantage. But what stinks worse is it doesn't have to be. You think there's a chance that the top seed could be decided by a slim one-game margin? I certainly do. You think the Nets and the Sixers, neck and neck right now, you don't think one game could matter to decide who gets home court? I do. What if you're one short and instead of being the 2 seed, Milwaukee makes a push, and you end up being the 3 seed. You want to play a 7th game in Milwaukee or Brooklyn? The NBA commissioner is allowing the Eastern Conference to be manipulated. He refused to let the Celtics play with 7 players 1 game and 8 players 2 games. He canceled all the games and rescheduled them so they wouldn't be at that disadvantage. The Sixers were forced to play shorthanded already and got their backsides handed to them. And now they've got to do it again? 1 game could have been rescheduled. 1 game. But the commissioner wouldn't do it. Double standard? Abso-freaking-lutely. You cannot explain it any other way. It is one strange process. And that's where we begin the 8 o'clock hour with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, the coach Eric Camille. You got Connor answering your phone calls, and you've been getting in on the phones today at 610-632-0975. And Mike is your orchestrator on YouTube and Twitch. And remember, tomorrow's our watch party where you can win that Invicta watch. So be a part of it. Where Jamie spaced out, like Jamie went into his. Because I honestly thought yesterday, and you know I'm a Chunas fan.
Oh yeah,
I think he got a bad batch of or something when he was
bad strain.
Was he on Mary Jane Lane?
He was over on Mary Jane Lane or something. Because I think he's like, oh, the Sixers fans are claiming there's a conspiracy theory. It doesn't have to be a conspiracy theory. It can just be a factual theory. Is that the commissioner was very willing to protect the Boston Celtics. He was very willing also to protect the Los Angeles Lakers and other franchises. He has not done anything, lifted a finger to protect the Sixers in this situation. 1 game, rescheduling the Bulls and the Sixers. It's an easy flight. It's an easy reschedule. Could absolutely have been done. And it doesn't have to be a conspiracy theory. It can just be a factual statement that the commissioner lifted his finger for all these other franchises and wouldn't do a damn thing for the Sixers.
Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy guy by nature, but I will say this, and I might have a little knowledge of it. There still is a little bit of a bad taste in the NBA's mouth for what the Sixers did. And
there's a bad taste in my mouth for what the Sixers did.
There's a bad taste from this coffee I just got.
And, to say the human nature aspect doesn't come into play sometimes, you can't deny it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't. So it goes towards ownership group. But guess what? Ownership group is still there for the Sixers. So any chance, I shouldn't say that, not any chance. If there is maybe sometimes a chance to say, oh, sorry, no, we can't help you here.
We're not helping you here.
Maybe. I put it above Adam Silver to do that. So I would lean towards I don't think so. But I don't think he's doing something mean to the Sixers. I just don't think he's going out of his way to help the Sixers.
Yeah, I'm not in the conspiracy school of thinking where he's in his lair and he's got, a Sixers dartboard and he's just throwing.
Correct.
Like, I don't think it's that.
It's not a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
These are just facts being stated out.
Yeah, I think
he has not lifted a finger to help the Sixers.
I think he has a lair.
Does he have a hairless cat that he pets?
Dr. Evil?
Yeah, maybe. But I do think
Mr. Bigglesworth?
Yeah, I do think he's not going out of his way to help. Nobody had exposed the league's loopholes like the process did to that degree ever. And I think they were worried about the snowball effect of other teams doing it and it becoming the norm. And I don't think it's there necessarily, but I do think they're not going to go out of their way ever to help the Sixers.
Couldn't agree more. I don't think it's a conspiracy theory in the sense of
everything we've stated is factual, so there's no conspiracy.
Yeah, but I think the conspiracy theory is the fact that Adam Silver is calling up and saying, all right, screw this team over, screw this team over. And it's not that. He's just reluctant to help them, and I think that's kind of human nature. When someone annoys you and pisses you off, you're like, all right, screw this guy, I'm not helping him. But in this instance, it's hard to look at the facts and go, okay, there's clearly a double standard going on. Why is that? Well, the star of the team is nicknamed the process, something that I hated as a commissioner.
I'm telling you, I hated it. I
loved it.
Absolutely hated it.
What, the process?
I think it's the most embarrassing thing that has ever been associated with our.
Yeah, but it's our
city.
Embarrassment.
I think it's the most.
It's your dog.
It's the most embarrassing
you love
thing.
The fact that, from what I've heard, like I said, the Sixers were making calls to the NBA offices that morning of an afternoon game against Denver, saying, "Look, yes,
why are you making us play?"
Exactly. Now, on the other end of it, how often are you going to be able to get Denver to come back here? It's a West Coast team and all that. I don't know the logistics of it all. But the fact it seemed an open and shut case that the Sixers are saying, we can only play 7 people. And we're talking about 3 rookies. Give us a break here. And they didn't get it. I think of that.
Jamie, let's hit our. Tell us what our friends at Prop Swap are up to. They're good people.
That wonderful, wonderful time of the year. It's Hoop Madness time on PropSwap.com. You can list your sports bet for sale for up to thousands of buyers and make some easy profit. Go to PropSwap.com today and download the app.
And there is absolutely, Bob, what you have said, and we can get Shaquille to talk about it. He absolutely believes that the NBA has bad feelings towards the Sixers for what they did.
Absolutely. It's undeniable. And then
they have bad feelings for what this franchise did and how they went about competitive balance and embarrassing the league and infecting the league. So, and
to treat Boston the way they did, look, Boston's always kind of on this pedestal. It's, Celtics, Lakers. Sure. They helped, make the league what it is. They're treated differently than somebody that exposed the loopholes in the league.
It's like Colin Cowherd will literally, and I love Colin, good dude, but Colin will literally say, oh, there's guys who have that conspiracy theory that games in the NBA are fixed. And I would go, Colin, NBA games were fixed by officials, and I can tell you who the people were that fixed them.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you can't put conspiracy theories on things because it's the way people condescendingly, when they don't agree with someone's opinion, say, oh, well, you can go with the conspiracy theorists, the tinfoil hat people. If you're just stating facts, you're just spitting facts. The NBA's done everything they can for the Celtics, does everything they can for the Lakers.
Sure.
I mean, seriously. And ignores the Sixers. They absolutely ignore it.
I will never, ever forget being called to a press conference before a game up in the Hall of Fame suite at the, in the Wells Fargo Center, us having no idea what was going on. And all of a sudden, behind the curtain, out comes Jerry Colangelo with Sam Hinkie, it was like, what the hell is going on? And the look on Sam Hinkie's face.
I was just going to ask.
I want to be out of this building.
That was my first question. What did Sam look like?
That the carpet was just pulled out under his feet. And it was just amazing because Josh Harris, you knew that wasn't what he was looking to do.
They came behind a curtain?
They literally, so they called us up into a room. They let us know that afternoon. Press conference. There was a game that night. 5 o'clock press conference up in the Hall of Fame.
Which always has people buzzing.
So we're like, Brett's not getting fired. We would have heard, there was
Right.
I'm not kidding you. I'm one of 2 guys that was with the team every day, on the road, all of that. Me and Keith Pompey. No idea what the hell was going on. And then it might have been a door. I thought it was a curtain. And here comes Josh Harris. And here comes Scott O'Neal. And here comes, is that Jerry Colangelo? What the hell is he doing here?
Hello?
Right away, John Gonzalez and I were sitting next to each other like, oh, NBA got involved, didn't they?
John Gonzalez was there too?
Yeah.
Bad kid in the classroom.
Oh,
I know it. John Gonzalez. John Gonzalez would have been the bad kid to sit next to in the classroom.
Probably.
But absolutely. A fun kid to sit next to.
Oh, yes. You would have been constantly in detention.
Yeah, that was kind of me.
Nothing wrong with being the bad kid.
Because then, too, Gonzalez.
Spitballs are fun.
It would have been bad because he would have been back of second row. Because I always sat next to the G and the H kids.
Mm-hmm. We wouldn't have been that far from each other.
You would have been right behind me.
Yeah. I would have been hitting you in the back of the head with spitballs.
No, the thing is, though, a lot of L's ended up in the first row of the first seats of the fourth row.
Did you guys ever get into the rubber band paper wad?
Oh, no.
Where you tape it a little bit and then you shoot them at people and it hurts like hell.
We play the football. We would play the football.
Oh, you can make weapons out of like loose leaf paper. You fold it up a bunch of times and then you
we
shoot it at people.
We got into things like I said. The other day we were talking about what we did to the sister.
Yeah,
and we made the sister think that she was going deaf by lipping the same line, lipping the same line to the prayer every day for like 3 days.
Oh.
And then by the time she'd react, we'd be speaking again.
No wonder you don't believe in purgatory because you're headed there.
Wait a minute, I was a kid. And guess what? I will not give her name on the air because I'm sure she still lives in the area. She ratted us out day 4. The nun literally goes like, what is going on? This girl broke. She broke. Like,
wasn't a
broke down,
foxhole
like,
girl.
Oh no, she broke. The whole class was fine, and the whole class was like trying not to laugh, and she and she tattled. And what did she say? John Kincade got us to do it.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah,
got, I mean, that's
there's
bad.
some stories you're not proud of.
See, that's,
I wish I had some spitballs for the
you ever
Colangelos.
put the invisible fishing line on the podium?
No, so somebody to trip?
No, on the podium. So the teacher has the podium with the
and you
steel,
pull
those
it?
steel podiums that are really thin, cheap steel, and then they put their book on top of it, and you put the invisible fishing wire on it, and then you just keep it down next to you, and you just tug at their podium so it shakes.
Yo, Harry.
Hey, save up to
Yeah, right?
50% on almost everything. How did I make the Hall of Fame? Save up to 50% on almost everything right now at Mattress Warehouse. Plus, you get 0% interest financing for 60 months and free delivery on all orders over $7.99. Check out sleephappens.com. Remember, game time comes up at the bottom of the hour. Your chance to win fabulous prizes. How about the new 97.5 The Fanatic t-shirts? Which are absolutely awesome.
They're nice.
They're a nice, tasty item. I can
Yes,
tell you
they
that.
are.
So we'll play that at the bottom of the hour. In Cooney's Corner, Bob thinks this is very impressive.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Or is it?
I
So
think it's impressive.
it does look
You've
it on
teased
the
us.
right. It looks at when you look at it. It looks at. So we're talking about second half coming up, and Sixers are a half game ahead of the Nets, and we want them to get the number 1 seed. And there's a lot of things that come into play. Well, one of the things that comes into play, should it be tiebreak or whatever, is conference record.
Okay,
Sixers are 18-6 in the conference.
that's really nice.
That's really good.
That's really good stuff.
And looking at other teams in the conference, like there's not a lot that really match up to them just yet. Now, some teams, because of COVID and because the schedules are a little, off kilter or whatever, some teams don't have as many games played, whatever it may be. But 18-6 in the conference for the Sixers, to me, seems like a really good thing.
Have they played Milwaukee yet?
They haven't played Milwaukee yet. So here's my exactly, and that's why I said, is it?
I could be second or third seed.
Yeah, they haven't played Brooklyn at a full scale. They beat Boston twice, but Boston didn't have Jason Tatum.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little deceiving.
They've lost to Cleveland twice.
I forgot about that.
They've lost to Toronto twice.
Yeah.
I want at least one of those times without Kyle Lowry. So as much as I like it, I is it a false sense of hope or a false sense? Now, if you look at other teams in the conference, Brooklyn's only 11-9. Milwaukee hasn't played all that many. They're only 12-7. But Boston 14-10. It's weird that you get down to the Knicks, but the Knicks 13-10. My point being that if tiebreaker comes about it, they have a nice little edge there. Whether they've beaten the teams at full strength or whether they haven't played teams yet, at least they're piling up wins the way you need to. Now, you do have a boatload of games coming up with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You have some back-to-back. Yeah, you got some back-to-backs there, or a back-to-back there with Milwaukee. So it's going to get interesting, but you've built up a little bit of a little cushion there as far as conference goes.
I think that 2 seeds looking much more likely. 3 seed could be in play.
Yeah,
and if it's 3 seed,
you're not.
If this team doesn't go to the Final Four, it's a letdown. It's a big time letdown.
Yeah, totally.
Flat out. Conference finals or bust.
Yeah, those Milwaukee games are going to be very interesting.
Yeah,
it's going to be like playoff games.
Yeah, essentially.
So they play Milwaukee next Wednesday at home, but it's on the back of it's the back end of a back-to-back.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that's never fun. And then in April, they play at Milwaukee on a Thursday night, again at Milwaukee on a Saturday afternoon. So not favorable, right? You get them at home, but it's on the back end of a back-to-back. So you assume Joel won't play the night before when they're in New York. So tough part of the schedule is really coming up for the Sixers.
Look at this on somebody's trolling Bob on social media here. It says that Bob Cooney's a lion sack of.
Wow.
Oh, it's the it's the Brian Colangelo burner account.
Why is it long?
It's the Brian.
Babs is at it again.
Yeah.
And you don't believe that, do you?
No.
It was him.
Yeah.
So everybody's understands.
His fall
right?
person was Babs. Yeah.
He. I can tell you this. What kind of man would let their wife take a bullet for them?
Oh,
Seriously.
depends. What's the book? No,
Publicly or not?
No, it's horrible.
What man would let their wife take a bullet for something?
One with normal collars. Find a new sling.
I do not know. I do not know Brian Colangelo. But I'll tell you this, if my wife was being accused of doing something, I would take the blame for it.
Yeah.
I would not let my wife be smeared publicly.
I mean, I guess he thought he was going to, and he's still working for somebody. Of course.
He had an interview with Chicago last year.
Isn't he a
Obviously
consultant
didn't get
with
it.
somebody?
I don't know. I'm not positive of it, so I don't want to.
I guess he was trying to keep his career alive.
It's such a
such a bizarre
it's such
story.
a character flaw. It's more than just basketball. It's really scary.
Here's Chris on our YouTube says, my opinion, the single regular season game doesn't mean anything. If they do beat Milwaukee, it doesn't tell me anything about the playoffs. Chris, I get that one game doesn't matter, but if the Sixers are the 3 seed, I think there's a great chance they're not going to the conference finals because they are not that good on the road. And no matter how you want to spin numbers or whatever, this team is not. They're a different team at home. They're a different team at home.
Look, I understand what Chris is saying, but regular season games mean something in so much as what we're talking about. You
Correct.
could lose 2 games to Milwaukee. Okay, then they beat you by a game and they get the 2nd seed and you get the 3rd seed. That means a hell of a lot.
It's a huge thing. And by the way, a gentleman saying here, why would Silver want to make sure the Sixers get the 1 seed when it would be pretty clear that Silver would prefer to have the stars of the East face the stars of the West?
Absolutely.
So there you go.
He wants Lakers Nets.
Well, you would think he does. Mega mind. You would think that he wants that.
And deeper thinking, does another organization say, wow, it only took the Sixers 7 years to become prominent, get to the NBA Finals by doing this tanking thing. Maybe we should give it a try. That's the ultimate fear, obviously.
It's trouble. All right, we got a lot coming up for you, including we're going to play, we're going to have game time coming up after the bottom of the hour. So your chance to win T-shirts. Now, we will have someone cannot win. Bill Jones cannot win. I'm making a ruling right now. Bill Jones cannot win.
What did Bill do?
What did he say, Bill Jones?
Bill Jones goes, a $3 T-shirt that none of these guys wear. So is it, Bill? You ain't getting a T-shirt.
I wore mine this weekend.
Good day, sir.
I even got one for my son Tommy, and he wore it this weekend.
I gave mine away to a great listener because I get yelled at.
You did?
My T-shirts are at way beyond max capacity.
Okay, guess what then?
No.
Yeah.
I've already done the Marie Kondo. Does this mean something to me? Does this T-shirt make me happy? Do you know her philosophy on clothing?
No.
Basically, you pick it up. If it's sentimental, if it brings a feeling of warmth or happiness to you, you keep it. If it doesn't, see ya. And I've done that with my T-shirts, and I'm down to what makes me happy.
Here's what I would suggest to you is that
I like T-shirts.
Is that you're talking about you're at max capacity.
Yeah.
First of all, you should do a cleansing of your clothes.
I did when we moved recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you should do if something new comes in, something old leaves.
That's where I have a tough time.
If something new, you buy a new shirt, you get rid of an old shirt.
Yeah, I have the same problem as Jamie. I'll wear clothes way too long.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I have T-shirts from high school, from freshman year of high school, from
I have underwear
grade.
that's probably 10 plus
Seriously,
years old.
You buy something, you buy a shirt, you buy pants, you buy whatever, you get rid of the oldest.
But if it's still good, why?
Because you're wearing
Why would I spend
your oldest, because you're wearing your oldest, crappiest, rattiest stuff.
No, but I like it.
Stop wearing it.
Stop
Is
bossing
the
me
key.
around.
Stop wearing it.
Get out of my drawers.
You're gonna have an opportunity to jump in with us here and play game time. It's 2 truths and a lie coming your way today.
This is fun.
Bob and Jamie and I will share statements with you. You will decide which one of the 3 of us is sharing a lie, and you're gonna have a chance to win, as Bill says, a $3 T-shirt. Bill, you can't win. You can't win. So we'll do that. So looking forward to having you be a part of things. You can line up now if you wish. You want to get in early, you can hold on at 610-632-0975. Because I don't know how many contestants we'll get to today, because some of these stories, I can only tell you, they're going to spur some conversation. So thanks for hanging out with us. It's the John Kincade Show, and this is 97.5 The Fanatic. So there's a simple reason that Natural Lawn of America has been a successful, locally owned company for 30 years. They're going to give you results. They're going to give you peace of mind. You're going to have a safer, greener, weed-free lawn. And that's why when I'm having a backyard now, I asked Mikey Miss and Anthony Gargano, where should I turn? They said Natural Lawn of America. They're awesome because they custom approach to every single client. You want a greener, weed-free lawn? Use their exclusive organic-based lawn care products that, by the way, reduce chemical pesticide use by 85%. So when Nikki Foles is running around the backyard, I'm feeling good about that, too. Plus, they've got a great limited-time offer. Schedule Natural Lawn's full-service program, and you're going to get free seeding every single year. It's a fantastic deal. Free seeding every single year. Call 800-FREE-SEED. That's 800-FREESEED. My lawn care company, and I'm getting a lawn now, is Natural Lawn of America. With greener grass, fewer weeds, guaranteed.
The John Kincade Show.
Uh-oh. Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Batting down the lane. Oh, yeah. A sizzling slam.
Sixers, Bulls. Tonight at 8 on your home for 76ers basketball. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Sixers basketball is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-333-1750. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-333-1750. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-333-1750. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-333-1750. 800-333-1750.
When you're running a business, you don't have time to worry about slow internet or confusing cybersecurity. So get fast, reliable internet from Comcast Business on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. You can add the advanced security of Comcast Business Security Edge to help eliminate threats. And enjoy the peace of mind that comes with knowing 24/7 support is just a phone call away. Get fast internet and advanced security made simple so you can bounce forward with Comcast Business. Get started with 100 megabits per second internet for just $69.99 a month for 24 months with a 3-year agreement. And ask how you can add Comcast Business Security Edge. And for a limited time, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card when you upgrade. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Offer ends 3/28/21. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second service customers only. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, installation, taxes, and fees are extra and subject to change. Security Edge available when added to Comcast Business Internet for additional monthly charge. Call for details.
It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
O'Reilly.
This is Jesse's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
As a nurse, not making it to work was not an option. But driving through the snow with my wiper blades struggling, I just didn't feel safe. So I pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts, and before I knew it, an employee was offering to install the wiper blades on my car. I got to stay out of the snow for a moment, and I still made it to work on time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Psst, want to hear a secret? If your family loves game night as much as mine, you should check out Kohl's. You can find amazing deals and new ways to keep everyone entertained. I got board games for under $20, 20% off a popcorn maker, because snacks are a must, a $15.99 blanket for cuddling up. Then I also got an extra 20% off and Kohl's Cash. So, yeah, pretty sure I already won game night. Select styles, 20% offer, ends March 14th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
You run a business and you need better wireless. 3 words, no more compromise. With the T-Mobile Business Advantage, you get the largest 5G network, award-winning customer support, and insanely great value. No trade-offs. Right now, get up to 90 days of unlimited free on business plans when you switch via bill credits. Stop in to find out more. Plus taxes and fees for some plans. Complete port within 60 days. Customers over 50 gigabytes per month have lower speeds during congestion. Video at 480p, unlimited on our network. See T-Mobile.com for 5G devices coverage and plan details.
There's no such thing as a sure bet on an illegal website. Illegal betting sites are accountable to no one. That puts you and your money at risk. Why play these odds when Pennsylvania offers legal online betting for those who want to wager? Legal sites pay out your winnings, ensure fair play, and support responsible gaming. That benefits you and Pennsylvania's economy. Visit bettersafe.org/PA for information. That's BETTOR safe.org/PA to learn more. Don't be sorry. Be better safe.
Tax day is just weeks away, and if you haven't gotten your act together yet, that's okay. I'm not judging. But do this. Take 5 minutes right now and go to daviscpagroup.com and make an appointment. They'll prepare and electronically file your taxes in just 3 days. Ron Davis and his team have 30 years experience providing full-service accounting and tax services for New Jersey and PA residents and businesses. And all new clients have a chance to score Philly baseball, basketball, or football tickets when the fans return to the stands. Go with the pros. daviscpagroup.com.
How do you top the perfect cup of Dunkin' Cold Brew? With new sweet cold foam from Dunkin', of course. A velvety sipping experience that elevates your cold brew with a pillowy, silky, smooth new layer you'll want to sink into. Doesn't that sound delicious? Try a medium chocolate stout flavored cold brew with sweet cold foam, cold brew with sweet cold foam, or cold brew for $3. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Thank God this is radio, or you'd have to be looking at my face.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Todd says that the show sounds much better, Egan. So, say hi, Graf. Hi, Graf. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Love to thank Amanda and the crew at the Philadelphia Union for sending along the tumbler.
It's a nice looking tumbler.
Philadelphia Union. Little tumbler there.
Very nice.
That is good. I'm going to make sure we give him a little love here. I'm going to get this on my, that'll be more of a home. This will be like watching TV usage one, though.
All right.
They got to have the bigger one in the morning for
your huge iced tea.
For iced tea, because they got to have the large iced tea.
Doop, John.
That's good stuff.
And you met the president of Sons of Ben yesterday.
That's right.
I did.
And we made a date. We made a play date.
And I absolutely said.
Did we?
He said, do you want to, he goes, do you want to sit with the, he goes, I can arrange for you to sit with the, like regular, no.
We want
I said, I want to be with the maniacs.
In the river end, yeah.
I want to be.
Smoke bombs and drums and all of it.
Jumping up and down.
Flags,
chanting the whole time.
Now, I may only want to do that once. Let's be honest. I may only want to do that once, so it's going to be
I've
great.
been there a couple times.
There you go.
It was kind of embarrassing.
I can't wait.
It was kind of embarrassing yesterday because he brought the supporter shield.
Yeah. Yes.
The trophy they
Which,
won.
by the way, is very heavy.
Yeah.
35 pounds.
That's what was embarrassing because I took a picture of it for our social media account and he goes, oh, do you want a picture with it? I'm like, I don't know if I can lift it.
I saw beads of sweat coming from your forehead.
I felt like one of those strong men you see on ESPN2 at 3 o'clock in the morning.
So my cousin Billy's texting me going, well, what is your iced tea brand of choice? Well, I'm a Dunkin' Donuts.
John runs on Dunkin'.
And I go, and Dunkin' Donuts should be having a much bigger presence on this show, is just what I would suggest to the Dunkin' marketing people. And every day I get a Dunkin' Donuts large, and I get a Dunkin' Donuts large that will be my next mornings.
Mm-hmm.
So it's in the fridge, ready to go, because I can't find a Dunkin' open in my, right in my neck of the woods at that hour of the morning.
I'm running on Dunkin' as well.
See that? There you go. Shouldn't they have a bigger presence on the show?
I think we should have an iced tea machine. I would guzzle it.
I would absolutely love Dunkin' iced tea. All right, now let's get to game time on this Thursday. Come on.
Time to fire up the Fanatic lie detector machine. This is 2 truths and 1 lie. Let's begin.
Here we go. To tell the truth. You heard it on To Tell the Truth.
That was an actual jingle?
This is the jingle.
Wow. How long did it take him to come up with that one?
It's lie, you're telling a lie, and I don't know why, you don't know how.
Wow.
To tell the truth.
Did you know this one?
Wow, this is off to a running halt.
We just lost a lot of listeners.
Yeah, right.
So it's pretty simple. We're going to bring up a caller, and they are going to be there, and you guys are going to say 3 facts about yourself. It's on the caller to decide which one of those facts is a lie.
It should be, so caller needs to be listening. Let's go to Chris in Havertown, who's up with us. Chris, welcome into Two Truths and a Lie. Say hello to Pat Egan.
Hello, Pat. How you doing, my brother?
Good, Chris. Thanks for calling, man. So we'll start off with John Kincade, then we'll go to Bob Cooney, and then we'll go to Jamie Lynch. So, John, what is your truth?
My college girlfriend is in prison for soliciting murder.
My truth, I bought Bruce Springsteen a beer at a Pearl Jam concert.
My truth, I won Rookie of the Year on my college lacrosse team.
So once again, Chris, we've got John, his college girlfriend, is in prison for soliciting a murder. Then you got Bob, who says he bought Bruce Springsteen a beer at a Pearl Jam concert, and Jamie claims he won Rookie of the Year for his college lacrosse team. Which one of those is the lie?
Well, since we all know John's a name dropper, we'll go ahead and say soliciting the murder. There's no way.
That was the truth.
Chris, you go down for that one.
Down goes Frazier.
There you go. Chris, love you, buddy. You didn't win.
We need that backstory.
Yeah, we're going to need that backstory.
I'll give you a quick backstory. A girl I dated in college who it ended very badly with because she was a maniacal Bichon. Ended up being a real maniacal Bichon, and she is in the New York federal prison system.
Wow.
Where not only did she solicit murder, she watched it happen.
Wow.
She paid a hitman. She watched it happen.
So
she went to see it.
Wow.
To be there. In fact,
was this a husband or a boyfriend?
A business associate who had stolen money from her.
So how long did you date Amy Fisher?
I did not date Amy Fisher.
All right, now Jamie, Bob, which one of you guys was the lie?
I was the lie. Bruce Springsteen was standing within 5 feet of me at a Pearl Jam concert, and I never saw him. Matt Cord took numerous pictures of me standing next to him. Had I known he was there, I would have bought him a beer, but I never knew he was there.
Oh, you did? So if you'd known he was there, you
He
would
had on a jacket and a hat, and I didn't see him. No,
Bob would have needed a moment.
Within feet of me, yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Jamie's just an athletic freak winning Rookie of the Year awards.
There you go.
Let's bring up Fred.
All right, let's go to Fred. Fred's up next. Fred,
Good morning, guys.
Hey, Fred.
What's up, Fred?
Fred, what's up, buddy?
I definitely had Kincade with the murdering ex-girlfriend. I knew that was the truth.
You knew it was the truth?
Had to be.
See? There you go.
All right, Johnny, so start off. What is your truth?
I won $5,000 on a scratch-off lottery ticket once.
My truth is I once had a fork penetrate my eye, which nearly left me blind.
Oh, well, on that near-death experience, I had a near-death experience in a jacuzzi.
All right, so once again, Fred, you've got John claiming he won $5,000 on a scratch-off lottery ticket, and trust me, he definitely needs that money. Bob says he had a fork penetrate his eye, which nearly left him blind, and then Jamie had a near-death experience with a jacuzzi. Which one is the lie?
I'm going to go with Kincade with the lie because he's a creature of habit, and I never heard about him talking about a scratch-off ever.
That was a lie.
Way to go, Fred in Philadelphia's a winner.
Starting to grow on me, Kincade.
There you go, Fred. I love that. Let's put Fred on.
I like that.
Let's put Fred on hold.
Good job, Freddie.
Can we get a quick backstory on
Yeah, I want to
Jamie?
get the backstory. Yeah, first of all, the water displacement for Jamie in the hot tub.
I was young.
Okay, what happened?
My right butt cheek, it was a unfiltered jacuzzi, and the filter, and me and my buddy Brendan Flynn were actually holding our breath underwater. We were, I want to say 4th or 5th grade, seeing who could hold their breath the longest. I went down and my right butt cheek got sucked into the filter, and it didn't let go of me. I was underwater for nearly 2 minutes.
Oh, my gosh.
5 adults were pulling on me. Nobody could budge me. Luckily, the lifeguard on duty was smart enough to turn off the system. When they turned off the system, I was released from the filter. I was in the hospital for 2.5 weeks. I was on crutches for the entire summer. And
crutches?
My right
broke his ass.
My right butt cheek was the size of my body. Like it was the world's
Is
biggest.
Is it the size that it is now?
It's back to normal size.
The swelling went to his head.
Wow, that's crazy.
But if I was underwater for a little bit more, I would have died. And if I was more center on the filter, I would have died.
It's worth mentioning, though, no one's ever beaten that time, though, that Jamie put at that jacuzzi. So.
Yes, that was a real story,
every single
unfortunately.
year.
Yeah, right?
Let's pull up John.
You want to know something crazy? From seeing a psychiatrist after this happened, I apparently told the psychiatrist I saw myself above the scene looking down on it.
Something you talked about yesterday.
It's that cheating death thing.
Yeah.
Surviving death show that I watched.
Wild.
All right, here's John in Delco. John, what's going on, brother? Where are you in Delco? Good side or bad side?
Good side. Good side. I would say that's the worst way to get your butt sucked. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, totally.
That is terrible.
Not good.
Jamie's butt cheek.
Not a good butt suck.
Moment of silence for Jamie's right butt cheek. All right, let's go. John and Delco. We ready to go, Pat? Here we go.
Yeah, John, I'll kick it off.
I am related, according to 23andMe, to Jimmy Buffett.
The last concert I attended was Green Day.
I can't poop in public.
All right, John. So we've got John saying he's related to Jimmy Buffett. Bob says the last concert he went to was Green Day. Jamie can't poop in public. Which one is the lie?
I'm going to go with Green Day. It's Green Day. I mean, it's kind of old.
That was the truth.
John. Oh, jeez.
John, I can poop anywhere, man.
You can poop anywhere.
Jamie lied.
Jamie could poop anywhere. He loves saying the word poop, John. I mean, I know he can say the word poop anywhere. He says it every day on this show at some point.
Give me a toilet, I'll poop
There's
in
an
it.
over-under on name dropping for me. You dropping poop. No pun intended. All right, let's see if Dustin in Willow Grove is up next on The Fanatic. Hi, Dustin.
Gentlemen, good morning.
What's up, Dustin?
Here we go. Dustin, I was a perfect 4.0 in my major at Temple University.
Justin, I was once taken away in a cop car after singing Jingle Bells on someone's front porch.
Dustin, I lifeguarded at Sesame Place for 2 summers.
All right, so once again, Dustin, you've got John saying he was a perfect 4.0 at Temple. Bob says he was taken away in a cop car after singing Jingle Bells, and if you've heard him sing, that's believable. And then Jamie says that he lifeguarded at Sesame Place for 2 summers. Which one is the lie?
Well, I think I believe Jamie lifeguard. Bob, it's a big question mark. I'm going to go with Kincade lied.
That was a lie.
Very good.
Way to go, Dustin.
Very good.
Good job.
Enjoy the weather, fellas.
No. Enjoy your T-shirt. Putting you on hold. Enjoy your T-shirt there. You won. I checked the transcript at 3-3-1. This is how I got out. A 3-3-1.
Oh,
Bob did not go 4-0.
Can we get the story on Bob singing Jingle Bells and getting arrested for it?
How did you get arrested?
So we were
taken away in a cop
We were
car.
playing Spoons. You ever play Spoons, the card game Spoons?
Yeah, when I was young.
And when you don't, if you spell out Spoons, you lose. I lost, and you have to take a dare from somebody. The friend's house where we were, the next door neighbor was one of those get off my lawn guys.
Yeah.
So
You're
my dare,
kidding me.
my dare was I had to knock on his door, and when he answered, sing Jingle Bells. I did it. We went, and we're just hanging out by my friend's house, and the cops came, and they're like, "Who was singing Jingle Bells?" Guy comes out, him. They put me in the car and took me home. Yeah.
Because you were singing Jingle Bells?
I was like, really?
Oh, my gosh. All right, let's see. Let's go to... let me go here. Hold on one second here. Got to put it on hold there. I'm supposed to go
we got Earl.
Oh, I got Earl.
you got
Okay,
Earl.
I got Earl. Earl in Washington Township. How are you, Earl?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you guys doing?
What's
All
up,
right,
Earl?
buddy. Here we go. Earl,
Yes.
I once chained myself to a basketball hoop in order to save a Broomall playground.
Earl, I had a transmission problem in one of my cars, and I drove 3 miles backwards to get to basketball practice.
Earl, a koala named Conrad once pooped in my hand.
All right, Earl, so you got John claiming he chained himself to a basketball hoop to save a playground. Bob says that he had transmission problems and had to drive 3 miles backwards to basketball practice. And Jamie is on a first-name basis with koalas who poop in his hand. Which one is the lie?
Well, Bob's a dedicated gentleman, so I'm going to say he possibly could have done that. Here we go with poop with Jamie. There's a recurring theme there. And then John chaining himself, I'm going to say, and I got to redeem myself for the Kerry Wilson debacle I had a couple weeks ago. I'm going to say that the lie is Jamie had a koala named Conrad poop in his hand.
It was very specific.
Yes.
That was the truth.
Sorry, Earl.
Come on, Jamie knows his poop.
Conrad, you son of a. In Australia, Conrad dropped a heater right in my hands.
I need to know though, I would have believed that the transmission problem, I would have believed that story.
Yeah, so I tried.
It was.
I swear to God,
it.
I was coaching at the time, and I tried taking back roads,
Couldn't
and no, I would have gotten arrested.
Well, and I chained myself to a basketball hoop at Rhett's Electronics School, which used to be the old Marple Newtown Elementary School, which is now right next to where the new Marple Broomall Fire Company is.
Okay.
And Malcolm Poindexter from Channel 3 came and did a story on it. And Rhett's Electronics School was not allowed to remove the basketball hoops after the community
That's
outrage.
awesome.
So we saved the basketball
Is it still
hoops.
there?
No, Rhett's is gone.
Oh,
And the
okay.
school's gone, too. They raised it.
Yeah.
It's now where the Broomall Fire Company is.
They make Disney Channel original movies about you.
They should. I was that kind of kid. Malcolm Poindexter, God rest his soul. And it was a thrill for me. I knew I was a media hound even back then. All right, one more. Sal in Philadelphia joins us. Sal, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
How are you, Sal? Good. We're ready to go. Sal, the first girl I ever kissed became a nun.
Sal, in my 9 years of covering the 76ers, I never missed a flight. Sal, I have 3 little toes.
All right, so once again, Sal, you got John saying the first girl he ever kissed became a nun. Bob never missed a flight in all of his years of covering sports. Jamie's a freak with 3 toes. Which one's a lie?
I feel like I've heard John talk about the number 4. I'm going to say...
Giggling. He's giggling at that, too.
Jamie with the... No. Never missed a flight. He had to miss a flight once at least.
That was the truth.
Sal.
Sorry, Sal. I have normal amount of toes. I've never, ever, ever missed a flight in all my years covering sports. Yeah.
That is.
You're talking, I think I averaged like 65 to 85 flights a year covering the Sixers. Damn.
Have you missed a flight in your life?
Yeah, when I sued the airline company.
Oh, yeah, well, you sued the Well, you didn't miss it. You
made
were
it
there.
count. They were incompetent.
They were incompetent.
Yes.
There you go. That was game time for the week, and we appreciate it. Great job.
How
Good
about
job, Pat?
Excellent work.
How about the girl having a coming to Jesus moment after she kissed John? Literally.
She did. And I will not give her name. That would be disrespectful, but yes, she did.
You can give her maiden.
No, I can't.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do that to her. But she did become a nun. So, and many women have been moved by my kisses, but
yeah, she was moved to
she
God.
She just moved in the other direction.
Yeah.
She just moved in the absolute other direction.
I had an aunt that was a nun and never knew it until much later in life.
She never knew she was a nun?
No, she dated my dad's best friend when they were younger.
Okay.
And I was like, wait, Aunt Dolly couldn't have done that. Because remember, my parents were much, much, much older than me. So I couldn't believe that my Aunt Dolly actually dated a boy.
My cousin Marie went in to be a nun, but she liked guys too much. And she ended up with my cousin Harry. And I'm very thrilled she did, because Harry's like one of my coolest cousins.
Yeah.
One of my coolest cousins. If Aunt Marie being a nun wouldn't have been the same. Hey, Cinch Propane Grill Tank Home Delivery brings your propane right to your doorstep. Just visit cinch.com. You can live like a Lynch. Pick a delivery date that's convenient for you, and they will handle the rest.
I am grilling tonight.
Oh, there you go. It's a grill night.
I grilled last night.
It's beautiful.
How
tonight, right?
good did that feel?
By the way,
it was awesome.
I went out, by the way, a violation or not, before we get to this, violation or not, I go out to the common area in my building last night.
Mm-hmm.
We have this common area. It's green space, and there's a fire pit, and there's these comfortable chairs and everything. So I'm getting ready to go out to dinner and everything, and I got time to kill, and I just wanted to go out and be in the fresh air.
Right.
And sunshine. And these 2 guys are out there, and they're out by the fire pit, so they picked the spot, and they're talking to someone else on a speakerphone. Having a conversation loudly with someone on a speakerphone. That's a violation.
Nobody else was there? It was just the 2 of them?
No, just the 2. No, the 2
Until
of them.
you got there.
I know. I'm there, and then 2 other sets of residents. Are out there,
yeah,
too.
then that's a violation.
Obnoxious.
Yes.
Obnoxious.
If they were alone, I would give them the pass.
Yeah, if they
but
were
if
the
other
only
people
ones
are
out
there,
right?
It's like walking around Target. I see people do it, with the.
I'm having a big lunch and just a snack for dinner. Get off your damn speakerphone.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's
you
even,
ignorant people.
You know what I've noticed now, and this is because I was in that position during the pandemic. A lot of people are shopping for their older parents and stuff like that, which I do also for Donna's mom. So. You don't know how many times during this pandemic I've been in the store and you hear, "No, Mom, it doesn't have sugar." Oh, well, do you want the one with sugar or with that? Oh, my God, it's all over the place anymore.
Like, stop it.
Just make the call. Just make the call.
Just do it.
Send the list.
In the linchpin, something else is on the rise.
This is the linchpin.
It's not Jamie's butt cheek, obviously.
Doing that 2 truths and a lie.
That's a scary story.
Oh, it was no joke. Yes, I saw an article yesterday about there's concern in the NBA, and it's about the amount of 3-pointers and if it's actually good for the game or not. Now, this is according to ESPN's Kevin Arnovitz. And excuse me if I got that wrong.
He's not listening, I bet.
Sorry, Kevin. There's been talks within the league circles that a growing concern that the proliferation of shooters in the league is reaching a critical mass. There are questions about whether the defense should be tightened or new rules benefiting defenders more, but at least one of the proposed changes is absolutely wild. A more radical proposal from a longtime league power broker who wishes to remain anonymous would curb inflation by limiting supply, capping the amount of 3-pointers a team can take over the course of a game.
What?
Now, that's extreme, and its likelihood of happening, I would put at like less than 2%. Probably even less than that.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're concerned in the league, because I saw in the article, it basically shows that we have this notion that 3-point shooting has become a lot better over time. It hasn't gotten much better. Like your Stephs and your Dames and these guys are,
more prominent.
They're the outliers. The guys that shoot 43, 44%. They're
the outliers. Right?
A lot of guys like Blake Griffin was shooting like 6 or 7 3-pointers a game at like 32%. So like it balances out. There's real concern in the league that there aren't shooters to keep up with this new style of play, and that it could affect the product. Now,
I hate the amount of 3-pointers.
When we brought up a change to sports you would make like 2 weeks ago, I said I would allow hand checking again. I think there does, and I love offense. I do think they need to tighten some rules up when it comes to defense.
Tighten rules up or expand rules?
Expand rules. Make it more defensive friendly.
Yeah, see, my thing is about sports is if there's a change made,
adjust to the change.
Adjust to the change and don't change the game. It's I talk to coaches a lot that coached during the year where there was no 3-point line, and to the year where there is a 3-point line, and how much coaching changed. Okay, that's what you have to do. That's where it is. I remember back in the day, John, when it was all a rim game, when everything was like when I was in high school and I played in college, it was a rim game. It was a tough rim game. Mm-hmm. And talk was, I swear to God, talk was they need to raise the rim up to 11 or 12 feet.
There was some of that, yes.
Yeah, wasn't that talked about with Wilt, too?
Yeah, and I remember my high school coach saying, no, take it down. You really want to get coaching into it? Take it down to 9 feet and see what happens. Like different things like that. Right. I don't agree with changing rules because the players have adapted to the rules you already changed.
But it's like pass interference in the NFL. The defender is behind the 8 ball anymore. In the new style of the NFL, the cornerback became tougher.
Right.
It did. It really did. Hey, NJ Diet can balance your hormones. The side effect is weight loss. You can get like 20 to 40 pounds off. Contractually guaranteed, too. Call 855-5NJ-DIET or njdiet.com. Some interesting stuff here is this. My cousin Ryan texts me and says, I want to party with Bob. Not his cousin. He wants to party with Bob.
Wow.
Likes Bob Cooney.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm always up for a party.
Getting on the, front porches and singing and, heckling.
Getting forks in my eye
heckling
and stuff.
People, forks in the eye. Ryan was that kind of kid, too. He would have been the kind of kid to get fork in his eye.
Yeah. Probably, I still have a pretty nasty scar there.
Do you really?
Oh, every time I go to an eye doctor's appointment,
you see it?
Oh, they're like, what? Did you have an accident? I said, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is scary.
It wasn't fun. I had to wear a patch for like 6 months.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Olivia had to do that as a kid.
Really?
For like 2 years.
One eye was a little weaker than the other?
Years.
Yeah.
Had to do the patch thing. So she would wear that. Hey, you got to love that, though. We appreciate everybody getting in. Game Time was a big hit today. said the one of my social media folks says the remedy of the situation, ladies, don't date John Kincade. You're either going to be a murderer, you either be a murderess or a nun. You will end up. That's a pretty good line.
Wow.
Pretty good line there.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot coming up for you in the final hour of the show, including analysis of the more sensitive in our local fan base. We'll get to it next. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Some people want to chill out by binge watching television shows, like on Netflix. Now, I love my Netflix, too. I just don't want to sit for like 10 hours. But being able to have Netflix for free? Oh, I'm all in. And that's why this plan could be awesome for you. How about the Magenta 55 Plus plan? It includes Netflix for free with 2 lines of unlimited data. Wait for it. $70 a month. $70 a month, flat fee. So 2 phones, unlimited data, $70 a month, and they're throwing in Netflix for you. It's the Magenta 55 Plus plan, and it's pretty awesome. You can visit T-Mobile.com/55 to get more data or call 1-800-T-Mobile today for more information. All I will tell you is this: becoming a T-Mobile customer was never even a choice for me. I became a day one customer when they started, and I've never left. Why? Because I got great service with a great network with a great company. You want to join me? Do it. Call 1-800-T-Mobile today and tell them John Kincade from The Fanatic pointed you in their direction.
The John Kincade Show.
Oh, geez, look at the butt on that. Yeah, he must work out.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Add a little excitement to your sports watching experience by betting all of the action on FanDuel in partnership with Valley Forge Casino. FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. Their app is simple to use. They've got great odds on all different betting markets. They offer live betting, and if you win, they get your winnings in as little as 24 hours. And FanDuel, well, they give you the opportunity to win big with their same-game parlay feature. Right now, FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free up to $1,000. Just place any bet and FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 back in site credit if you don't win. If you win, you keep the cash. If you lose, you'll get your entire bet up to $1,000 back in site credit. Can't wait for our squad here in Philly to come back for basketball after the All-Star break. I think they're going to go on a roll. If you've never tried FanDuel Sportsbook, then download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and be sure to sign up with promo code Fanatic so they know that I sent you. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code Fanatic.
Must be 21 plus and present in NJ or PA. First online real money wager only. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
In 2003, it was rare for freshmen to carry a college basketball team. Never mind 2 of them. But for Syracuse, Carmelo Anthony and Jerry McNamara did just that, all the way to a national championship. Anthony led the team in scoring and rebounds, while McNamara led the team in assists and was 3rd in scoring. In the national championship game against Kansas, Carmelo was the game's leading scorer with 20, and McNamara added 18.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
March is the biggest month in college basketball, where teams across the country test their talent in the hopes of winning it all. For finding talent that can help your team win it all, there's LinkedIn Jobs. Post a job with targeted screening questions, and LinkedIn will quickly get your role in front of qualified candidates. Manage job posts and contact candidates from a single view, as functions are streamlined onto one simple screen. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/sports. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, it's Anthony Gargano. Did you ever hear a commercial on the radio and wonder what would it be like if it were my business? What would that sound like on the air? Well, look, 97.5 The Fanatic is offering area business owners the chance to experience how their company would be portrayed in a radio commercial. Produced for you by our experienced creative team. This is amazing, and you're going to love it. All you have to do is go to 975thefanatic.com, click on the free radio commercial banner, and tell us about your company. We'll take the info, we'll tell your story. Let 97.5 The Fanatic demonstrate the fun, flexibility, and the power of radio advertising. Get started right now at 975thefanatic.com.
If you're waiting for a liver transplant, you should know that the best outcomes happen when you go in healthier, stronger, sooner. That's why the Penn Medicine Transplant Institute offers living donor liver transplantation, which decreases wait time and increases survival. With experience and outcomes unmatched in our region, Penn Medicine Transplant Institute is completely transforming the liver transplant experience. It's another reason why your life is worth Penn Medicine. Learn more at pennmedicine.org/liver transplant.
What's it doing? Designing my new 2021 Nissan Kicks online in the Kicks Color Studio. I give each a special name. This one's electric blue, orange, red, white. I call it the gumball machine. You think it's me? I feel like you're more of a red velvet guy.
Limitless possibilities. With over 100 million available color combinations and Bose Personal Plus system in the boldly new 2021 Nissan Kicks. Bose is a registered trademark of the Bose Corporation. Color combinations include interior and exterior colors. Customization is an available feature subject to availability at participating Nissan dealers. See dealer for details.
That should do it with your new Anderson 400 series windows. So stylish and easy to install. I have these exact ones in my own home.
Honestly, John, we couldn't be happier.
They're perfect.
They last a long time. Don't think you'll be needing me again. So this is probably goodbye. Alex, Julie, we'll see ya.
I hate goodbyes.
Alex, John was our contractor.
Anderson 400 series are the windows contractors trust most. Learn more at andersonwindows.com. 2020 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors. Visit andersonwindows.com for warranty details.
If I'm not commuting anymore, where do I really want to live?
While you handle life's questions, Merrill Guided Investing helps you manage your portfolio and invest for your next move with the option to work with an advisor at a low cost and minimum. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/investing goals to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated, both a registered broker-dealer and investment advisor, member SIPC. Investment products are not FDIC insured or not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
It's time for some straight talk. Your tax return could look different this year, but you're still going to hear a lot of noise about how to spend it. So when the big carriers tell you to splurge on the latest nonsense, just tune it out. With Straight Talk, you can get a Samsung Galaxy A51 for just $199. Plus, get the $45 unlimited talk, text, and data plan with no contract on America's best networks for up to 50% less. Tune out the nonsense and tune in to Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
Philadelphia's hometown sportsbook. Bet Rivers is the official sports betting partner of the Philadelphia Flyers. All season long, make your hockey bets with a trusted local team at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Get started today with a special offer. Use the code 250MATCH to get up to $250 in bonus money on your first deposit. Whether you watch the Flyers game at home or at the Bet Rivers Sportsbook at Rivers Casino Philadelphia, bet with a winner at BetRivers.com. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This month at Colonial, we're celebrating our 20th anniversary sales event. Save up to 30% off any new Hyundai in stock. Colonial Hyundai of Downtown, the faster, easier, better way to buy a Hyundai.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Think of this show as your reward for having to listen to all those political ads this past year.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I bet I could turn on my mic and hear this on Mary Jane Lane. Why am I not hearing myself? That's weird.
Because the music's awfully loud.
It's John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic.
Aired.
I could hear this on Mary Jane Lane, I bet.
Yeah.
But there'd be some of that. It's someone asking me here, why didn't you just tell them to turn off the speakerphone? I said, I'm not going to get into a scuffle in my community, but that is rude. That's flat out rude.
See, I'm not confrontational like that. I would just come on the radio and bash them. It's kind of your idea.
But you can't do it though, because I can't.
Yeah.
Can't say, come on over to Mary Jane Lane and join me. And join me.
Yeah, I don't confront people like that.
Even though the guy at the pipe store definitely is, he's been missing me on my walks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for a while. He was like greeting me as I would walk by.
Is he on vacation?
No, I've seen him in there too. It's like, I don't know if he's just not being social right now or what.
He's avoiding
or maybe
you.
the pipe business has just gotten very, very busy.
Yeah, warmer weather.
On
Brings people out.
On Weed Way. It really is. It's been good. All right, we start the 9 o'clock hour, and we thank the Bagster for it. The dumpster in the bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. And for details, go to Bagster.com. So let me begin here. There was some fascinating analysis yesterday. I need to check out, Crossing Broad did a nice piece on it. Real nice piece. So I doubt Mike Missinelli will enjoy it. By Anthony Sanfilippo. Did a nice job on Carter Hart. and it's the much debated status of Carter Hart. There are so many things that are going off the rails right now, but a few items concern me more than others because he seems to be crumbling under the pressure, and I'm baffled by that because he's crumbling without fans in the stands. So what's happening? Is he being heckled at the Giant? I'm hearing about this. Well, the pressure. He's crumbling under the pressure. What pressure? There's been no fans in the stands, nobody to boo him. And this city has a history of crushing underachieving athletes. The athletes here hear the boos, feel the anger. This year, with the crappiest season of crappy seasons for Carter Hart, he's heard none of it. And then you have the issue of personal coaches. I think if done properly, it can work. But these personal coaches sometimes run at cross purposes with what the coaching staff wants you to do. And the mechanics have clearly fallen apart with Carter Hart. It's completely happening to him because of him. He's supremely talented, and I believe he will bounce back. But remember that little temper tantrum that Pat Egan and I got into the debate about earlier this year? For someone who I was told was calm, cool, always under control, it looked like a fifth grader who had given up the winning goal to the other team, and he had a temper tantrum on the ice. And I think we look back on it, and it was definitely the first crack in his ice. That's where we begin the 9 o'clock hour of the John Kincade Show with Bob Cooney, Jamie Lynch, Pat Egan, and the coach, Eric Camille. We go back to that incident, and it's referenced in the piece, Pat. The stick-breaking incident at the end of the game, the meltdown on the ice, and it's being pointed out here in the article that that's totally contrary to how Carter Hart was supposed to be depicted. He's this calm, cool, never flustered guy. And he melted down like a 5-year-old at a Pee Wee tournament.
Yeah, I couldn't disagree with you more. I think that's a natural reaction for then every goalie does that in the league. Every single goalie has a frustrating loss where they break their stick. Every single one. You can call it whatever you want, 5-year-old, tantrum, whatever. Every goalie at one point or another, every goalie's had a frustrating loss where they're mad at themselves and they break their stick.
I've seen break the stick before. We're not arguing that. I've seen break the stick many times. That looked like a temper tantrum. That wasn't a breaking of the stick. That was a prolonged incident. That wasn't Billy Smith, Ron Hextall, where they'd literally go, whack, break the stick. I've seen that a million times in the NHL. The temper tantrums, I don't.
I just didn't look at it like it was anything more than a guy frustrated himself.
No,
in that situation, I mean,
I hope he's frustrated.
I don't want to be
himself,
hypocritical because I get mad at myself playing sports because I'm not a professional. That's a shocker, I know. But I think it's natural. To me, a temper tantrum would have been him yelling at his teammates. But to me, what he did was he was mad at himself. And I think every guy is a breaking point, no matter how mentally strong they are. And at times, your frustrations take over, and you're mad at yourself, and you take it out on a pipe.
Well, I think it looks now, Bob, that all the talk of he's unflappable, is absolutely a falsehood.
I don't know if we can say. Oh, again, like you said it before,
He's
you're
the third
stickler.
worst goalie in the league.
Yeah, you're a stickler for words, and I am too. I can't say all the talk of him being on flat. Look, this could be a bump in the road. This could define him. Who knows? Worst case scenario, this defines him, and his career becomes a guy that was up and down, that wasn't unflappable. The talk of the psychologist at 12 years old and all that stuff. I don't know. It's odd. It's different. It's, when he's good, it's great. When he's not good, it's questionable. So I'll look at this as this probably happens to a lot of athletes. And as I brought up earlier, there was a Pelle Lindbergh story that the exact same thing happened here. So we'll see. We're going to have to see how it carries out. I think the most interesting thing here, John, is, and you being a hockey guy and having worked in the league for a while, is this. How does AV handle it? Do you give him the full chance to work through it, or are you at the point of, I can't afford to do that, I have to play Brian Elliott?
It's one thing that an emailer brings up, and Jamie, it's based on something that you said yesterday. The idea that the sports psychiatrist at 12 is it a Lindros parents type of thing.
Yeah.
And a gentleman sent me an email here. Sean is a clinical psychiatrist.
Okay.
He says absolutely he cannot find any reason why parents would be sending a kid to a therapist to get treatment when they are a 12-year-old. about sports.
Yeah.
He said that is because it's almost to him, he considers it medical malpractice.
Wow.
He says it's malpractice. He goes, it's parenting. I'll read the exact quote. He'll say, this would account to medical malpractice. There's zero reason for a 12-year-old to be needing a sports psychiatrist involved with playing 12-year-old hockey. This is a parent's decision. This is a parent's play. This has overbearing mommy and daddy written all over it.
I tend to agree. He's the professional in that field. I'm not. So he just kind of backed up the point. I was spitballing a little bit here. But look, he's not on social media. He's not listening to the radio, I would assume. I doubt he's probably reading the papers.
Right.
That's probably his only glimpse into it. This pressure is all internal with him.
It could be, yeah.
So he's almost caving on himself a little bit because or it's just every writer under the sun going, oh, well, the pressure on him. Well, he's not hearing it. He's not seeing it.
There's a lot of excuse making being written.
He's kind of living under a rock in terms of your modern day athlete with no social media, to my knowledge.
But he watches the droplet of water.
Yeah.
Let's see what Ken in Bala Cynwyd has to say. Ken, you're on the Fanatic. How are you, brother?
Yeah, what's going on? Kincade, I just don't understand. Like, you're supposed to be a hockey guy, yet you don't understand about goaltending. It makes no sense.
I am a hockey guy.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I played hockey growing up, high-level hockey my whole life, AAA, juniors. So, number one, you're talking about him having a separate coach. Do you mean a goalie coach?
Yeah, I said
something that every goalie has that has nothing to do with the head coach?
Ken, can you breathe for a second? You sound very angry this morning. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Wrong?
You don't seem like you know hockey, really.
Yeah, I don't, Ken. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to put your hockey resume against mine, but if you'd like to, any day, any week. But let's just breathe, Ken. Have a kind conversation.
Okay.
What I said about the goalie coach is many times people's personal coach teaches them things that is contrary to what the team the team coaches want them to do, and many times they work at counter purposes. And many times when you see baseball players,
can you elaborate on that? Specifically the goalie coach, and going against the head coach. Can you elaborate on how he's the goalie coach who's supposed to teach technical skills?
Could be there's coaches that will teach you different techniques. And so sometimes they work, and as I said, sometimes they work at counter purposes. So you want to have everything. You want to have one message the best you can. So when there is right now, Jalen Hurts is going to be working with Quincy Avery this summer. So he's working with Quincy Avery to get ready for the season. Quincy Avery works in alliance with what the offense the Eagles want to run. And a lot of times technique issues are debated by goaltending coaches. It's one of the biggest debates that goes on.
Yeah, of course. But for instance, Mitch Korn, who is the goaltending coach, he was a goaltending coach in Nashville. He was a goaltending coach in Washington. Do you think that Mitch Korn and Barry Trotz, or Mitch Korn and Laviolette had some misunderstanding? No, Mitch Korn takes care of the goalies. They do what they need to do to play. That doesn't affect the head coach and what game plan he schemes. You're a goalie. You need to work on tracking the puck. You need to work on being crisp. And by the way, your mentality needs to be there as well. That's half the battle.
No question it is.
I don't know what the head coach has to do with that.
The mentality's not there, obviously, because you're the third worst goaltender in the NHL. So the mentality is not there. The slouching of the shoulders, the slumping of the body language, it's bad. It's flat out bad.
I agree. He's going through a bad phase.
He is. I agree. And I also believe, Ken, that he's going to bounce out of it.
Agreed. I don't think the head coach has anything to do with that.
I didn't blame the head coach for it.
I'm just saying you're making a weird analogy about the goalie coach.
Ken, you're arguing something that that wasn't even said. Peter Laviolette did something here. Whether now Alain Vigneault does something here, is that cross purposes, meaning too many people are in your head. When a guy's in a baseball slump, Jeff Francoeur would say that he'd go to the dry cleaner, and the dry cleaner would say to him, "Yeah, do you think about this? Too many messages in your head." Did Ben Simmons get this, Bob? Where you have all these people in your head giving you advice, giving you ideas.
It's happened to a ton of athletes.
That cloud athletes.
Look at Carson Wentz. All the national pundits this year were like, "Well, there's too many cooks in the kitchen." He's getting information from 8 different people. He needs one person.
One message, because sometimes they work at counter purposes.
Sure.
The message is confused.
I could listen to you and Ken go at it again.
God, Ken, relax.
That was pretty good.
My gosh.
Bobby
in Warminster joins us on The Fanatic. Bobby, what's going on, brother?
Hey, listen. So, I think that your premise on Carter Hart is just completely wrong.
Okay,
and
tell me why.
And I just want to premise, I'm not even a Flyers fan. I'm a Penguins fan. So this is like an outsider
Wait a minute.
looking in.
How did you slip in?
Listen, I'm a hockey fan. I called for Zetter before too. I think that the team defense is just horrendous. Like if you look at the goals they gave up against Buffalo, okay. So you have a center, 2 lefty, but
don't get too wonky because you're going to lose half the audience and they're going to fall asleep. Tell us the point. Make the point.
I'm just saying, like you have guys out of position. You leave guys out of position, and I just think that a lot of the goals he's given up, he's thinking that his defense should be there, and they're just not.
Can I tell you this? Why does Brian Elliott, who plays
because he's playing against the worst teams. Like he's playing against Buffalo, he's playing against the Devils, he's playing against the Rangers.
I got
where Carter Hart's playing against Boston, Pittsburgh, Washington.
Okay. Yeah, but when Elliott comes in and replaces Hart, why does he have success against those same teams?
He has same teams, and he comes in and
like
he has
that's
success.
a real thing, kind of there, Bobby.
Brian Elliott has
like I'm not the fan, but that is a real thing.
Brian
that statement he
Elliott
made
has
was
a
wrong.
91.9 save percentage right now, which, by the way, puts him in some of the better goaltenders in the NHL.
He's playing great.
I mean, there's no excuse making for this. There's nothing you can do to come up with that. Hey, speeding, by the way, you can seed your lawn, but speeding puts you, your passengers, and others on the road at risk. So slow down and save a life. Be safe, PA. It's more at penndot.gov/safety. It's paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars. So you can do that. Sixers Bulls tonight at 8 o'clock. I saw Sal Chunas earlier. I said, we're giving you lots of love today. He's getting lots of airtime.
Real quick, Ian Rappaport, Javon Hargrave has been restructured. So there's going to be a lot of these things coming out over the next couple days.
So he will be, what's that mean?
Probably just more money up front and a lower cap number. I'd have to dive into his contract, but it looks like
no chance of it being a restructure to move. I wouldn't think so.
I can't rule anything out. A lot of these guys are post-June 1st designations, so it's kind of murky waters right now, and I'm not going to pretend I'm Howard Roseman. But
please don't.
Howard? I know.
My good friend
terrible. Howard. That was unbelievable. Scott goes, that was an angry caller. Like,
Ken was fired up, yeah.
Why are you so freaking angry? Seriously, Seriously, what we talk about is here is nonsense. Breathe. Just relax. For God's sake.
You trigger people, John.
You're supposed to. I'm questioning as a hockey guy. I said, dude, send me an email, and I'll gladly put your resume next to mine if it's such an ego thing.
We got to get
for
you and Ken to watch a game together. You guys can go tit for tat.
I think that's good viewing.
Yeah, I would watch it. Me and Bob can sit in another booth and drink our beers.
Hey, in Cooney's Corner, is this team the Warriors of the East?
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
That'd be high praise.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this is a two-time NBA champion that you have here and all this or a juggernaut, but the similarities are kind of weird. I started thinking about it that the one piece that they're missing so far is Kevin Durant, and I've been questioning, all right, when Durant gets back, how is he going to be able to adjust to Kyrie Irving and James Harden? How are they going to be able to adjust to playing together? And I said, wow. I remember singing the praises of Kevin Durant a few years ago when he went to the Golden State Warriors and they had Klay Thompson, they had Seth Curry, how he seamlessly went in there and became one of their leading scorers without taking anything, if doing anything, adding to the games of Seth Curry and Klay Thompson. And then what Golden State went out and did was, there's this guy Andre Iguodala who's a pretty good all-around player and a really good defender. Let's pluck him. And you have this Draymond Green who's a pretty good all-around player. He stays here also. And you made pieces around these big three. And what else did they have, John? They brought in a guy that never coached in the NBA before, never coached a game before. Then I look over at the Brooklyn Nets and I say, wow, so you have James Harden, you have Kyrie Irving. Let's see if you can seamlessly, fit this guy named Kevin Durant in there, which he's already done in Golden State. You have a guy that's also a pretty good scorer in Joe Harrison, really good number 4 scorer, great outside shooter. They're already looking, Blake Griffin, maybe Andre Drummond, to pluck guys to fit into what they need to do.
Oh, damn you, Bob.
Oh, wait a second. Who's their head coach? a guard that played a lot of years in the NBA that never coached before?
Damn you, Cooney.
That's what I said, and I wish we had the bleep here. Holy that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I didn't say the full word.
I didn't even.
God, I've not even.
I didn't draw the parallel.
This is where we do not talk about things before the
Yeah,
air.
you son of
just blew my mind.
Yeah.
And where is your column on this?
Yeah.
Because this would be there would be poll questions on radio shows all over this city based on this column.
Does that downplay the role of a coach? And I'm not trying to discredit, Steve Kerr and Steve Nash, but it's almost like if the team's good enough, you need a former player that understands how to let things breathe. Yeah. Like even Phil Jackson, a former player. I'm not trying to downplay the X and O thing, but it's like, hey, here's a ball. James, Kevin, Kyrie, and Joe. Go figure it out.
God, and this doesn't compare.
What?
I always found it harder to coach a ton of talent than to coach guys up to talent or around a talent.
It's difficult.
Steve Kerr came in, and when he went to Golden State, now it was after Mark Jackson got out of there, and for some reason I was in Golden State I was in San Fran when all that was going on. He was let go because he couldn't get along with the players and everything. You think you bring in a Steve Kerr, who also came along with Kevin Durant, but he also implemented the triangle offense a little bit. Like, he did implement an offense that worked to get 3 really good scorers enough scoring chances.
Oh, Bob sucks today.
Yeah, you're
Bob, you just brought the show down.
Yeah.
Because now I never put this connection together.
But he just kicks me in the junk.
Seriously,
Bob. What's wrong with you?
Now I feel bad.
Yeah, what are you doing?
You literally have you've come up with something that now makes me really
scares you a little bit.
Yes.
Now,
yes. If you're scared,
the more reason, John, you need to go all in.
That's what this guy did.
I don't believe Kyle Lowry. Go get him.
Hey, Natural Lawn of America is safer for your lawn, your kids, and your pets. Schedule their full-service program and get free seeding every year. Call 800-FREE-SEED. Natural Lawn of America with greener grass and fewer weeds. Guaranteed.
By the way, the Javon Hargrave is $9.4 million in savings.
In savings?
Yes. They're getting close.
I know. John's envisioning a can going down the street.
Javon Hargrave. Am I saying
Is it
different?
Javon, right?
I think so.
Javon Hargrave.
I said Javon.
You called him Javon.
Oh, I misspoke. It's Javon.
Put some stank on it.
I said, you put a little
Javon. When he's out at the estate, he's Javon.
Love it. Yes, love it. Let's have him come over.
Your estate or his?
I'm telling you this.
Mine, clearly.
Okay, this is why we don't talk about things in the show before it airs.
Screw you, Bob.
I just blew your mind.
No, you pissed me off. Because now I got to tell you. Now I got to tell you.
Not the first time. It probably won't be the last.
That's unbelievable. Like, to me, that is so. It's so simplistic.
That
pissed me off.
And
it's a
so
really
obvious,
apt comparison.
But it's like, I didn't see it. It's right in front of me, and I didn't see it. And now I'm concerned. Because they are set up. They are set up where this could be an annoying little thing that goes on.
Sure.
LeBron's not going to play forever. You go look out west. Is there a stability factor out there? You have
There's
LeBron and you have the
right?
Clippers, but, who knows?
Utah's pretty good.
Look, I'm not being the downer guy. I'm just stating what I see.
You are. You're doing it right.
Brooklyn could be they could be on a nice little 3-year run here.
Oh gosh.
And that's the hurdle you got to get over.
What's the hate mail? Bob.Cooney?
Bob.Cooney.
You've ruined.
I see myself
out. Oh my
out.
gosh.
I got a fork in my eye when I was little. You should feel sorry for
I'm
me.
sad. God, I can't believe it. How obvious that is. The parallels.
Yeah. It's sorry to leave you speechless.
Oh gosh, now I'm. No, seriously.
I ruined the show, Coach. I ruined the show.
How are we going to do the last half hour?
There's beer in the refrigerator.
John on our YouTube said Bob literally went for Triple H on us and hit us with a sledgehammer.
Yeah.
That is, seriously.
That hurt.
That would be, by the way, that would absolutely be the biggest downer if that happens.
They don't call him Bobby Buzzkill for nothing.
I'm going to tell you this right now, and I never, ever will root for injury because I always think that's bad karma.
Bad juju.
But I got to tell you this, Kevin Durant having to have that hamstring checked out by the specialist again today, I just got to wonder if something's bigger going on here.
Yeah, same with AD. I have the same thoughts.
If
those end up being the cases.
My whole thought, guess what? Disregard everything I've said. If those two guys are out, guess what? If Durant is out, disregard everything I've said.
Yeah. Totally.
Disregard it all. Not that it isn't easy to do that some days, so we can get to that. We got lots of time for you to join us on the show, though. You want to join in the conversation, especially one of our kind, sweet, nice callers? We've got lots of you at 610-632-0975, 610-632-0975. All right, what we have coming up. This team is just continually the biggest losers in sports. I hate them, like with a passion. And Bob's got more to maybe bring us down.
No, stop. Don't put that label on me. I'm not that guy.
It was just today. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. I've got the Parks Casino Sportsbook app out. You know what that means? There's college hoop today at noon. Locals playing at noon. The local basketball team in the NBA playing tonight. This is going to be a day of fun and frivolity. Why? Because you can throw a few bucks on a game. You can bet a parlay or a teaser and find out that, hey, we can turn that money into more money and have some fun and entertainment. Look, I love the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. I like doing business with the home team because I know the Parks Casino is right up the street. I visit it every few weekends and go out and play some cards. It's awesome. Use the promo code FANATIC at parkscasino.com/PA. Your risk-free bet up to $500 can be refunded in site credit. See the website for details. I want you to get involved. Look, the March basketball games are fun, college and pro. So why don't you get into it? You got to be 21 or older in Pennsylvania. And if you've got a gambling problem, I want you to call 1-800-GAMBLER. Check it out.
The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's Cuz. Listen, spring training isn't just for ball players. You could also get into shape before the warmer weather. Yeah, it only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds with NJ Diet. NJ Diet's contractually guaranteed program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your hair, saliva, blood work. Then NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep it all for the rest of your life. Not sure if you can do it alone? You're fully monitored by their certified staff, and you'll also get the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet's all natural, no shots, no hormones, no surgery. Lose 20 to 40 plus pounds in 40 days, contractually guaranteed with NJ Diet. Located close by in Princeton and Cherry Hill. You don't leave your house. NJ Diet, also available nationwide with live online video consultations. Visit njdiet.com or call 855-5NJ-DIET. That's 855-5NJ-DIET. Or go to njdiet.com and lose the weight for good.
Making Moves is brought to you by LinkedIn Jobs.
In 2003, it was rare for freshmen to carry a college basketball team, never mind two of them. But for Syracuse, Carmelo Anthony and Jerry McNamara did just that, all the way to a national championship. Anthony led the team in scoring and rebounds, while McNamara led the team in assists and was third in scoring. In the national championship game against Kansas, Carmelo was the game's leading scorer with 20, and McNamara added 18.
Build your winning team today. Go to linkedin.com/sports.
March is the biggest month in college basketball where teams across the country test their talent in the hopes of winning it all. For finding talent that can help your team win it all, there's LinkedIn Jobs. Post a job with targeted screening questions, and LinkedIn will quickly get your role in front of qualified candidates. Manage job posts and contact candidates from a single view as functions are streamlined onto one simple screen. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/sports. That's linkedin.com/sports. Terms and conditions apply.
Right now, Allstate has almost as many ways to save as there are types of music. Save for being a new customer. Save for driving safely. Save for driving less with pay-per-mile insurance. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent to get a quote. Find out how much you can save today. Allstate. Now that should be music to your ears.
Not available in every state. Savings based on early signing, discount drive-bys, and Mile West. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business and powered by Intel Core processors. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more. All with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. Again, that's 877-ASK-DELL.
Cleanliness and safety are essential to the success of any business. That's why Cintas has introduced our Total Clean program.
A one-of-a-kind service that includes scheduled deliveries of essential cleaning supplies, hygienically cleaned uniforms, and on-site sanitizer and disinfectant services to help eliminate germs. Learn what the Cintas Total Clean program can do for you.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Want to hear a secret? If your family loves game night as much as mine, you should check out Kohl's. You can find amazing deals and new ways to keep everyone entertained. I got board games for under $20, 20% off a popcorn maker, because snacks are a must. A $15.99 blanket for cuddling up. Then I also got an extra 20% off and Kohl's Cash. So, yeah, pretty sure I already won game night. Select styles, 20% offer, ends March 14th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Would you like to have your lights turn on or off when you enter or leave a room? How about have them come on when you pull into the driveway? Or be able to turn them on after you've left for extra security? Hi, Dan Namaro, owner of Farron Electric. You can do all of that and more with Caseta by Lutron, including controlling every light in your house from your phone or tablet. For a free consultation, call Farron Electric or visit us today at farronelectric.com. That's FARRYN electric.com.
Hey, it's Mike Miss here to tell you about my friends at Cinch. Cinch delivers propane grill tanks right to your doorstep, so you'll never have to run out of propane. Right now, Cinch is offering new customers to get their first tank exchanged for just $10 when they use my promo code Mike. Just go to cinch.com, spelled CYNCH.com, pick a delivery date that's convenient for you, and use the promo code Mike at checkout to get your first tank exchange for just $10. No more going through the hassle of lugging the used tank to the store. Stay safe and stay grilling with Cinch.
There's no such thing as a sure bet on an illegal website. Illegal betting sites are accountable to no one. That puts you and your money at risk. Why play these odds when Pennsylvania offers legal online betting for those who want to wager? Legal sites pay out your winnings, ensure fair play, and support responsible gaming. That benefits you and Pennsylvania's economy. Visit bettersafe.org/PA for information. That's BETTOR safe.org/PA to learn more. Don't be sorry. Be better safe.
Hey, it's John Kincade, and I know you love to chill out and watch your Netflix. And I also know that you love your phone, and you never put down your phone. That's why you need to be a T-Mobile customer. And if you're 55 and up, have I got a plan for you. It's called Magenta Unlimited 55, and it includes Netflix for free. And it also includes 2 lines of unlimited data for just $70 a month. So get this, it's $70 a month, not $70 plus fees. It's $70 a month, flat, 2 lines, unlimited data, and they're throwing in Netflix every single month. So, you've got the total connectivity of being a T-Mobile customer. You're always on your phone. You need your phone. And with T-Mobile's network, you're constantly going to have great reception wherever you are. And if you're 55 and up, all you have to do is visit T-Mobile.com/55, and you can get in on the Magenta plan. It's awesome. Magenta Unlimited 55. 2 lines of unlimited data, $70 a month flat, and they're throwing in Netflix. Tell them John Kincade sent you in. This is with AutoPay. Sales tax and regulatory fees are included in the rate plan price, keeping it steady. It's unlimited on T-Mobile's network. Customers using over 100 gigs a month may notice reduced speeds during congestion due to data prioritization. Video typically 480p. Receive Netflix standard with 2 lines.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 97.5thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on radio.com. Live. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
This is the radio show I always wanted to host here in Philly. Question is whether it's the one you've always wanted to listen to.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
All right, day after day on the John Kincade Show, it is overwhelming that the most likable member of the entire team, the one that just everybody wants to, just rub elbows with and hang out with, is Bob. Bob's like everybody's likable brother, friend, dad,
really? Until he puts that pin in your balloon and ruins the party.
Should read, he's getting ratioed right now on.
Good.
I mean, on our YouTube channel. Are we talking
channel, Tyler Zulli ratio?
No, nothing like Tyler got. It was first Bob hates The Price is Right, and now this. Bob must now go stand in the corner. Bob hates us today.
I don't.
You gave us a boogeyman, though.
Look, why do you hate my happiness, Bob?
You know what you did? You just put the kids to bed. You put the 5-year-old to bed and said, by the way, don't get out of your bed, because there's a monster under the bed. So don't get out. If you
don't
get
even
out,
put a toe on that floor.
If you put a toe on the floor, there
Would you rather know the monster's there or not? I'd rather know the monster's there so I can confront it.
Christina told the kids that there were sharks under their bed when she babysat these bad kids. She told them not to get out of bed because there are sharks.
That's great.
And they would not get out of bed. They would not get out of bed with that. It ended her
babysitting
career, which she may have wanted to end at that point. But it's good. I like John on Twitter, though. Get John Kincade out of Philly. He's a horrible representation of this city. He's too silver spoon. Get back on your jet and head down south. You're not wanted here.
Oh, you have a jet?
In Florida. I didn't realize that.
Why didn't you share that with us?
No hard feelings, but you blow.
No hard feelings, but you suck.
No hard feelings.
No hard feelings. I just wish you the worst in life.
So I sent him I sent him a funny meme. Figured that'll get a nice little smile out of him today. I sent him the "You mad, bro?" All the funny meme. Put a smile on his face and everything like that.
Olivia ever hit you with that? You mad, bro?
Oh gosh, no. I said there was something where she, bro, or bruh, and I'm like, excuse me, I'm dad. No, I'm not your bro. And I always say too I'll go right, and her friends always get a little going. I'm not your friend. I'm not your friend. I'm dad. I am not your friend.
So I had somebody come at me on my own personal Twitter account here.
Yeah, good. Get him.
Get him.
You know who it was?
Who?
You know.
Devon.
No.
Brian Westbrook.
Rock. All right. So here's the text that I got from my buddy who's as big a sports fans as all of us.
We like Rock.
He calls me Robbie.
What do you say, Rob?
He goes, come on, Robbie. They're going, meaning the Nets, they're going to have to score 140 points a game to win. And just to prove my point, Golden State was so good defensively, I don't believe the Cleveland Cavaliers even scored over 100 in the finals. Just saying.
Ooh.
Yeah, Rock.
Yeah,
give it to
Rock.
him, Rock.
So the 3 years, Rock, the 3 years that Golden State made it to the finals, they won twice, lost once. They averaged 115 a game, 110 a game, 116 a game. Were they better defensively? Yes. This current Nets team scores over 121 a game. They don't have to be as good defensively because they score more, and they don't even have Kevin Durant in the lineup. Take that, Rock!
There you go.
I'm Team Rock.
Sean,
Look at me. Sure.
Sean,
I'm the captain now.
Sean on our YouTube today says, John, how many cousins do you have? Sheesh. I said,
horny bloodlines.
You cannot even imagine. I will tell you this right now. If you run into a Kincade,
not Kevin Kincade from Crosby.
Not Kevin Kincade. He spells it wrong.
He's out.
He spells it wrong. You run into a Kincade that's spelled my way, we're probably related.
Yeah.
We're probably related.
Yeah.
And we have cousins. I've got cousins everywhere in this 5-county area. Everywhere. We are represented.
Always watching.
They're everywhere. I didn't like
everywhere.
it. I didn't like it when I was a kid. Because I would go places and people would go, "Oh, you're a Kincade." And I'd go, "You're a Kincade." I'm like, "I'm a Kincade." But it would be Kincade. So there's cousins. There's cousins everywhere. And I got younger cousins, older cousins. We have and then we have other side names. Like, the Kincades that have married into these other families.
The female Kincades.
To try to raise their SAT scores and everything too, so it's good. In the linchpin, this team sucks. Every year they suck. Let's get it.
Yeah, they do.
This is the linchpin.
What the hell is wrong with the New York Mets?
Oh, it's too frequent to be able to get into.
Steve Cohen, new ownership, and they're going to spend money, and it's probably a new chapter in their franchise's history. New manager, he's new manager, right? Luis Rojas has the team practicing in spring training yesterday their World Series celebrations.
Opening day, and here's the first pitch, and the season's over.
Now, look, I'm all about... That's a good Family Guy pull. Now, I'm all about positive envisioning what you want and your goals and all that. But that's for your brain. That's not actually to do on the field. I think this is really bad karma they're putting out into this sports universe.
And he claims it's about visualization.
Sure, and I get that.
Visualization is not played out.
Yeah, you don't practice your visualization. It's in your head.
It's in your head.
For them to do that, man, I really wish them the worst this year.
Well, I always wish them the worst.
So do I, but this year more than ever.
I hate the Mets.
And by the way, the Mets love from the odds makers. Look, I know Francisco Lindor, he's amazing, and they improved. I'm not seeing what the odds makers see. Look, I could be proven wrong. It's just on paper right now. I don't think they're like this absolute powerhouse. They're good. They're better.
By the way,
they're better. I don't think
powerhouse. But their World Series odds, if you look at it, they're like 6th or 7th.
Their World Series odds are as best as the Sixers championship odds.
Yeah.
They're both
exactly
sixth.
where I was
The
going.
Sixers are
sixth.
better.
Sixers are sixth. They're sixth.
I don't know. I don't like celebrating the World Series.
Practicing the World Series celebration on the spring training field, knowing there's cameras around.
I love
what
it.
What kind of idiot are you?
I
You
love
would
it so much.
You
And
would.
No. I love it because I am going to meme and
yeah.
the ever-loving crap out of this when it blows up in their face. This organization has been a dumpster fire for 20-plus years. I love it because I'm going to drag them.
Okay, do we have a lot of musicians that listen to this show, you think?
Probably a decent
people
amount.
People
Our
who
boss
do music.
Chuck.
No, but people who do versions, because we had a tradition when I worked in Altoona. We had a tradition on the show that because there was common ground between myself and my partner, a Phillies fan and a Braves fan, that we both despised the Mets.
That's great.
So it was our common ground. Every single game for 20 years, when the Braves would beat the Mets, we would sing Beat the Mets instead of Meet the Mets. And we would change the words and do those kind of things. I bet you we have creative listeners.
Probably do.
That could take the Meet the Mets song, put the music behind it, and come up with a version of Beat the Mets. And we could play it every time the Phillies beat the Mets.
I like it.
And have a celebration party.
All right, I'm in.
And we did it for 20 years. We would sing it. Beat the Mets.
That's great.
Beat the Mets. And people would wait. Are you singing today?
I hate
you singing today?
the
Hate
Mets.
Them. Hate them.
And they're kind of irrelevant,
No,
mostly.
but they're still annoying.
still so hateable.
Yeah.
Oh, they're my most hated team in sports. It's not even
Yes.
close.
Oh, I hate them.
Their fan base would show up with their tribal tattoos and their T-shirts that were
gosh.
too tight.
Or the seven army.
The 7-line.
The 7-line army.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Tools.
It's the 7-line army.
I wish you the worst.
Okay, so if you are a musician, you are anybody who is musically talented, and you want to come up with a mocking version of Meet the Mets, you can find it online and come up with Beat the Mets, put pro Philly stuff in it that just screws with the people from out on Long Island.
I like
Everything.
this.
This will be fun.
I like
we
it.
We can have a rotation of them that Egan could have one thing. Best thing would be when there would be a Sweep the Mets, we would sing Sweep the Mets on Monday. If there'd be a weekend series, we'd sing Sweep the Mets.
I like it.
So fans, get
Don't
involved.
give too much away, John.
No, they can do that. Have some fun
Yes.
with it. Martin Law is the law firm for injured workers. Visit PAWorkinjury.com. I hate the Mets. Hate the Mets.
I enjoyed seeing this, though.
Because I think the 86 Mets was the most obnoxious team.
Hojo.
That was the most obnoxious team that I can ever remember maybe in baseball history. The
Gary
86
Carter,
Mets.
Ray Knight.
Gary Carter, Ray Knight. Gary Carter and I, before
Mookie
his passing, had a little interesting exchange on this one. Just like that was and he was Gary Carter's a great guy to talk baseball with, but a motivator. Like he was in this whole motivation.
Right.
A lot of people wonder with in Gary Carter, there's a lot of those synthetic surfaces and the vapors all coming up off those synthetic surfaces and
Phillies have had a ton of them.
The vet is tied to that.
Oh
as
my
well.
gosh.
I know.
So many
It's
of
really
them.
disturbing.
Look, I don't know how many times I would be there getting sound, collecting sound and things like that back in the day when that turf. And I wonder if it is where I got mine from. But I mean, John Kruk and I had the same testicular.
Right.
We both had testicular. The brain cancer of Tug McGraw. You had cancer with Darren Dalton. You had cancer with John Vukovic.
Yeah.
You had cancer with, it was, and all coming up, those vapors. On the Sunday games, remember they used to show it?
The difference on
They'd
the
show
field.
the camera.
Yeah.
And they would show the temperature, and they'd show the vapors coming up.
Yeah. Just unbelievable, yeah.
And that stuff, by the way, that stuff's banned now. They have what they used to do with it now. And it feels now, that used to feel like if you fell on it, you'd tear up every piece of skin off your body.
Yeah.
Now, it's so cushiony.
Oh, yeah.
And there's those little like rubber, rubber
pellets,
like rubber pellets and everything. So
you don't know how many times I've swept them up in my house from my
coming
kids.
in on shoes.
Oh my God, from my kids playing sports and then just like coaches going through it now. Cameron probably gets it. Those little rubber pellets are all. Then you're like, oh my God, do I have mice in the house? Oh no, it's just the rubber pellets from all the fields that they play on.
All right, well, Bob's got some thoughts on what the Sixers do now where it appears that Kyle Lowry won't be joining us.
Yeah, it might not be coming here.
Looks that way.
Don't take that from me.
If you believe
Now,
what he says.
Mike, you've got it all, dude.
Yeah, well, he kind of put it out there yesterday. He said, "Look, it's up to the organization. I would just." He said all the right things. I want this team to get better now. He said all the right things. Kyle Lowry did yesterday. He did mention that Philadelphia is home. He did mention that Toronto is where he'll retire and what he'll be known as, and made him as an adult as a basketball player. But with that all being said, it only put a tinge of, it looks like he's not coming here. It didn't make me fully believe it. But if he doesn't come here, I found myself saying, oh, okay, and moving on a little bit quicker than I thought I would.
Because of my strong guidance that
it's all because of you, John.
I'd really like to see the other names that are out there before I move on.
Yeah.
And look, you might have to move on, but I didn't believe a word he said yesterday, except that Philadelphia was 1 and Toronto was 2.
Yeah, well, there's nothing not to believe. I mean,
he said all the right things.
The team. Yeah, I don't think he lied.
But he didn't say anything.
No, he didn't say anything. That's right.
Yes.
He didn't lie, but he didn't give you anything to move it forward.
But it's clear, though, he's perfectly fine with staying there.
Well, he said
I didn't believe him.
He's perfectly fine with staying there.
Yeah, I gotta go more on this one a little
Really?
bit. I don't think he would despise staying there at all. I don't.
No.
But I also think that he's like, well, can you help me out in trying to get maybe another championship and put me to a team that's closer to it? Maybe. I don't know. As we said, he didn't come out and say anything specifically. But if he doesn't come here, which I've been an advocate for, as well as Jamie, I was surprised that my reaction was, okay, next.
Yeah.
Because they
really
need
was.
somebody.
Oh, well, there's no question they have to make moves.
I'd love to see.
Were you disappointed in yesterday's?
No.
Okay.
I heard what I wanted to hear.
You heard Charlie Brown's teacher.
Basically. I even tweeted at him. I was like, we get it, Kyle. You had to say all the right things. You did a great job.
You're living in the river. You're in denial. That's
It's not just a river in Egypt.
Where you are. There you go.
No, he said the right things that somebody on the trade block should say. He also said Philadelphia's home.
I think you went way further than that yesterday, though.
I think
he went a step further than just the what you have to say. I think he went a step further.
If that was a Philadelphia athlete and they said it here, I think it would have been,
damn.
Like, I don't think he's staying. More leaning towards that. Outsider looking in,
The only thing I would say to that is, no matter what happens, I'll always be a Raptor.
That's
That
okay.
made
Play
me-
2 years here in Philly and win a championship. You can be a Raptor all you want.
Right. I mean, it's like, I think that when he says that, I go, then maybe that's the only thing that made me raise an eyebrow. And I raised one for you, Jamie. I said the idea of just that when he said, I just want everybody to know I'll always be a Raptor.
Yeah.
And I'm going to retire as a Raptor. That's the only thing that made me go, okay, his heart maybe chase one more ring.
Yeah, that was the I will always love you as you're waving goodbye and putting a foot on a train.
That's a song you cannot sing.
No.
A guy
Anything
cannot
Whitney?
sing that song.
Anything Whitney,
Guy
don't
can't
even
sing
touch.
it. Guy can't sing.
Oh, I can sing I Want to Dance with Somebody.
You can?
No, I'm just kidding.
Did I ever tell you the evil Whitney story?
No.
On my T-Mobile device, when we go to LA, sometimes we'll stay at the Beverly Hilton because I have Hilton points. So we'll stay at the Beverly Hilton. That's where Whitney died.
Yes.
And they actually closed her room the corner suite
Off
sort of
to the
thing that she
public?
had. It's not even for rent anymore.
Yeah.
They closed it down out of not a tribute, but
Yeah,
they
just
marked
they
it
didn't
so
want people
looky-loos
flocking to it,
wouldn't be
yeah.
going and flocking to it. So we're there after that happened that summer, and we see where it is. We're on the floor where it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's sort of spooky. And Christina's like, that's sort of spooky. So then it's time to go to bed at night. And I've got the phone, and I have like tons of Whitney on my phone. And I have, and I will always love you. Put it the lowest.
You're right. You can't sing
The lowest you can put it on the phone.
Just to mess with Christina?
So when the lights are out, she's hearing it. And she's going, did you hear that? I'm like, what?
Oh, that's weird.
I'm hearing Whitney Houston. I said, would you stop? Go to sleep. and then I'm switched with.
You reverted back to Cardinal O'Hara, John.
Then I switch with. I want to dance with somebody, and
The
literally
ghost of
is
Whitney?
low, and she's going. You don't hear that? I'm like, I don't hear that. I don't hear that. What are you talking about? I didn't hear that.
That's pretty messed up.
Sort of a jerk move.
I did New Year's Eve cocktails in the Beverly Hilton.
Beverly Hilton.
We were out there, yeah.
Now, when people hear this, by the way, they go, "Oh yeah, the Beverly Hilton."
No, that's where the team stayed. I was in the.
No, but people hear Beverly Hilton and they're like, "Oh well, the Beverly Hilton."
Is there a Wilshire too? Beverly.
I know.
Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hilton is
I
not.
forget.
The Beverly Hilton is not some like posh.
Oh, well, then I wasn't there.
No,
yeah,
you were.
There
It's
is a
nice
Beverly
hotel.
Wilshire as well.
Did you go to
It's the Four
Wilshire?
Seasons. Yeah. Oh, that's
you
what
went
it was.
to that one.
Yeah, that's
the real Beverly Hilton, the historic Beverly Hilton is it's a really nice. It's a nice hotel.
It's basically a Motel 6.
Yes,
Well, it's
that's
not
it right there.
That's the
Hillshire.
Wilshire. That's the real one. By
Yeah.
the way, that's like $900 a night.
That's where the team stayed.
Yes,
You can get a mortgage for that.
Pat, you like the? Would you do that? Would you pay $900 a night for a hotel room?
No.
You wouldn't?
That would pain me.
Sleeping in it. Why?
That's 3 months of my salary.
That would pain me.
I mean, seriously.
Even if I had the money, it would still pain me.
That would pain you to pay that.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do that.
You sleep in a hotel.
That's all you do.
Tell us about our friend. It's a Prop Swap.
It's that wonderful time of the year. It's Hoops Madness, and Prop Swap has thousands of buyers available right now where you can sell your tickets. Download the Prop Swap app or check out the website, propswap.com today.
We're thrilled to have Anthony Gargano back today. Thanks to our friends at Natural Lawn of America, the official lawn care company of spring, the safer alternative in lawn care for your kids and pets. Schedule their full-service program today to get free seeding every year and peace of mind. Call 800-FREE-SEED. Natural Lawn of America with greener grass, fewer weeds guaranteed. Anthony, your color's much better today.
What? Tell me the story about the girlfriend.
Oh.
And the murder.
I will not give her. I will not give her name, but I will. What I will do though is I will tell you where you can find one of those crime shows on cable TV. Did an episode on her.
Wow.
So I can get that for you. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. She was I knew she was maniacal in college though, and she was not a nice person, and she ended up not only she got involved she became a CEO of a company. And she got reportedly cheated out of money by someone in a business deal. And she was trying to get her money back. And she got to the point where she decided to
just whack the guy?
Have him killed.
Wow.
But guess what, though? Not bad enough. She decided to be there to witness it and stood in the kitchen.
Wow.
As the person got murdered.
That beast cold.
Guess what?
Isn't there like 2% of you that goes, that's kind of hot? Like that.
No, it's not. Guess what?
No.
She had a chair.
What the hell is wrong with you?
But Jamie, here's a better one.
That's not good, bro.
If I remember all the details, if I remember all the details correctly, she had a chair set up outside so she could sit and
to
wait
watch
outside.
through the window.
No, to sit and wait outside so she wouldn't have to be inside, and instead decided to come in and watched it all, and she watched it all happen.
Yeah, that's a cold
biatch. I could have told you it was evil.
You got to stay away from that.
No, I know you stay away, but
you want to see a picture
she's
tomorrow?
willing to do that. What else is she willing to do? You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
My God!
You can find a lot of girls that are willing to do something that aren't going to kill you afterwards.
You want to see a picture tomorrow? You want to see? I think I can dig up.
Oh my God!
I know that there's a picture or two.
Bro,
isn't that terrible? Anthony, you never had the
mind goes weird places.
Believe me, I definitely dodged a bullet. Well, I didn't necessarily dodge a bullet.
Literally.
I dodged a bludgeoning.
How was it a beating?
Bludgeoning.
Oh.
And stabbing.
Oh.
Does that turn you on too, Jay?
Oh, not even just
and
a
she
shot.
Watched it. And she watched it. She did. I'm serious.
Oh my
she
God.
watched it. She absolutely watched it. And that's
Where'd you meet her at?
At Temple.
Yeah, she's a Temple
Let's
lady.
go together. And you know what she said at one time? You know what she said at one time?
Could you just tell me this? Is she from outside the area?
Yes. But what I would tell you is this: is that she said she literally there was no when we ended up going our separate ways. She said there was no. You were nothing special. You're nothing to me. You were what I was looking for. You had the look I was looking for. You had the connections that I wanted. You were already connected on campus. You had friends. You had a popular group of people. And she literally just said, I'll date him. And she's sociopath, just said he fits the suit. She was looking for somebody, and she just picked it.
Let the boy watch. What a story.
And she evil. She evil, and I'll let you watch it. I'll let you watch the.
That's a great story.
I'll link you to it.
God.
I'm not gonna put it on social media, but people can probably do some research and figure it
God.
out by the story.
Yeah.
By the story. So that's a happy ending today.
That is great.
Isn't that a great
I love the game show.
The game show idea.
Poor bro. I knew the.
Everything was about poop.
Incident.
It's a wild story.
Yeah, it is bad.
Yeah, it's tough.
And that's why his ass is deformed.
Yeah.
How about sex positions?
Listen to Anthony coming up with Chunas next. Don't want to miss a minute of it. Great job today for the coach and for Pat and for Jamie and for Bob. I'm John. We'll see you tomorrow morning here on the John Kincade Show.
The John Kincade Show.
They're like the family from hell on acid that's on steroids.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
Well, if you're planning on hiring a lawn care service, doesn't it make sense to hire a company that provides better results and is safer for your family and pets? That's why I chose Natural Lawn of America. That's my lawn care company. Natural Lawn provides homeowners with greener grass and fewer weeds using an exclusive organic-based lawn care product. Now, this isn't a cookie-cutter lawn care service. Natural Lawn tailors their applications to your lawn-specific needs. And their unique approach to lawn care has reduced chemical pesticide use by 85%, creating a safer lawn for your family and pets to enjoy. Locally owned and operated for more than 30 years right here in the Delaware